Phonics Mastery. Speak English like a native.
How was your morning today? Calm or a little crazy?
A little crazy, actually. This morning, I walked past the school. I saw students with that exam face. You know, big eyes, coffee in hand, whispering, "Did you study this chapter?"
Oh, that face. Half awake, half terrified.
Exactly. And I thought, that used to be me. Standing outside the exam room, holding my notes, pretending to be calm.
Same here. I remember walking into the exam room, desks in straight lines, windows half open, everyone pretending to be brave.
Yes, you sit down, you put your pen on the table, you look around, and suddenly, the room is so quiet, you can hear people breathing.
And you hear the teacher's shoes on the floor, step, 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 carrying the exam papers like serious music.
Then they say, "Good luck." And for 1 second you think, I don't need luck, I need another week.
Yes, but still, there's something special about that moment. Just you, the paper, the pen, and your whole year in front of you.
If you're listening right now, and you've ever walked into an exam feeling like that, you're very normal.
It's kind of funny and kind of sad. We spend so many years in school, doing tests and chasing grades.
And then one day, real life says, okay, now talk to people, solve problems, make decisions.
And sometimes we feel, wait, I know how to pass an exam, but I don't know if I know how to live.
I've had students tell me, I was a good student on paper, but in my first job, I felt lost.
Maybe you feel that too. Good marks, certificates, but still unsure in real situations, at work, in interviews, or in real English conversations.
And that's what we want to talk about today. Education, exams, and real-life skills.
Not just, are exams good or bad, but a bigger question. What do exams really give us, and what do they not give us for real life?
And don't worry, this isn't a boring lecture. We'll share stories, feelings, and simple phrases you can use to talk about your own education in English.
The English here is simple, slow, and natural, so you can follow the conversation comfortably.
And at the end, we'll slow down even more. We'll explain useful phrases like book smart, street smart, soft skills, hands-on experience, skill gap, and more.
So if a phrase sounds interesting but not 100% clear, that's okay. Stay with us. We'll explain it later.
Let's go a little deeper now. When you hear the word education, what's the first picture in your mind?
Honestly, a school desk, a thick exam paper, and a teacher walking between the rows saying, 5 minutes left, my heart goes boom, boom, boom.
Same. I see a report card, red pen, and parents asking, "So, how did you do?"
For a long time, education meant marks, grades, and pressure.
And late nights, trying to cram for an exam. Pushing information into your brain the night before.
I did that too. All month relaxed, then trying to become a genius in one night.
Spoiler alert, it didn't work very well.
Spoiler alert, it didn't work very well.
And it wasn't only cramming. Many times we had to learn long answers by heart. Full text. We just repeated them in the exam.
Yes, sometimes it felt like we weren't really understanding anything. We were just copying what the teacher said, word for word.
That's what I call being a bit spoon-fed. The teacher gives every spoon of information, and the students don't really cook anything themselves.
So for many of us, education started like this. Sit still, listen, copy, cram for the exam, learn by heart, try not to make mistakes.
And if you're listening now and thinking, yes, that was my school life, you're not alone.
But to be fair, exams are not only negative. They do have some good sides.
Right. Let's be fair to exams for a moment. What do you think exams are good at?
I think exams give structure. You have a date, a subject, a clear goal. That pressure can push you to study.
True. A deadline can be a strong push. Also, exams show that you know basic information.
They help you become book smart, good with theory, facts, textbooks.
And being book smart is not a bad thing. It helps at university. It helps with planning. It helps when learning new things later.
So, yes, exams can train discipline, focus, memory. Those are real skills.
But we also know they don't show the full picture.
Exactly. Let's talk about where exams fall short.
Imagine a student with top marks, perfect answers, great reports.
On paper, they look amazing. They tick all the boxes.
But then real life starts. A job, a team, a problem, an angry customer.
And suddenly, they feel lost.
That's the difference between book smart and street smart.
Book smart means strong with theory.
Street smart means strong in real situations.
Many schools make us book smart, but not street smart.
That's what we call a skill gap.
And if you feel that gap, it doesn't mean you're stupid.
It usually means you had more exam practice than life practice.
So what do we need besides exams?
We need real life skills.
Communication, listening, teamwork, problem solving, managing stress.
Many people call these soft skills.
Soft but powerful.
You use them to explain ideas, to disagree politely, to work with people.
These are also called real-world skills.
And many of them are transferable skills.
You can use them in many jobs, in many countries, in many situations.
And we really feel this difference when we leave school and enter real life.
Do you remember a moment when exam skills were not enough?
Yes, I was good at exams, good marks, good essays.
So you felt confident.
Yes, until I had to speak in front of people.
What happened?
My hands shook. My voice was small. Simple words disappeared.
That feeling is very common.
That's when I understood there was a skill gap.
I had a similar moment at work. Good marks, but low confidence.
That sounds like imposter syndrome.
Yes, feeling like you don't belong even when you do.
Many people feel that way,
The good news is these moments help us grow.
especially through hands-on experience.
Learning by doing.
Real people, real problems, real mistakes.
That's real education.
So the question is not exams or life.
The question is balance.
Yes, exams are a tool, not your value.
Your mark is a number, not your whole story.
You can be book smart and street smart,
You can build both.
step by step,
Through exams,
and through real life.
that's how real learning happens.
Before you go, remember this.
Learning English is not about being perfect. It's about showing up.
One day, one conversation at a time. And if this conversation helped you, even a little, don't stop here.
Subscribe to the channel now. Make English part of your daily life.
New conversations, real English, slow, clear, natural.
Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications.
And come back tomorrow. Your English is growing, even when you don't feel it.
You're not late. You're right on time.
See you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep speaking.
Phonics Mastery. Your English journey starts here.
Real English disasters turned into fun lessons. Panic, phrases, and rescue lines await. Ready? Let's dive in. Okay, today we're not doing the boring I woke up, I ate, I worked stuff. Nope.
Not today. Today is a day that went completely wrong.
Wrong. Like everything went sideways.
Sideways, like a shopping cart with one broken wheel.
Yes, and the best part, every little disaster becomes a tiny English lesson.
Exactly. Every moment you'll learn one real phrase natives actually use.
Like, I overslept. I was slammed. My Wi-Fi is acting up. I needed to decompress.
And after each scene, we give you a rescue line. One sentence you can steal to save the situation.
We love stealing politely.
Steal it, use it, sound natural.
This is B1, B2 level. Intermediate? Perfect place. Lower than B1? Don't worry, we'll keep it clear, slow, super practical.
Before we jump in, if you love this real-life English vibe, hit like, subscribe, share with a friend who wants to speak naturally.
And jump in with us. Tell us your panic level today, 1 to 10, in comments.
Just type panic level 6 out of 10. Simple.
If you're 1 out of 10, wow, teach us your secrets.
And of 10 out of 10, breathe. This episode is first aid for your English and your mood.
Oh, and stay till the end, we're doing a word tour.
Yes, collect the best phrases, explain them simply, give ready-to-use examples.
Like a highlight reel, but for your English, and finish with a tiny challenge.
Okay, quick question. Be honest, is your day going well so far?
Normal for now, but I'm nervous because you're about to confess your chaos story, and I can already feel the secondhand stress.
Confess? Excuse me, this is not chaos. This is educational drama.
Educational drama. That's literally your genre.
Stop. Okay, listeners, get ready. This episode is like a mini Netflix series.
Yeah, 5 mini scenes, each one real disaster, real phrase, one rescue line to save your dignity.
And we're rating it too.
Yes, panic meter, how bad it feels. Recovery meter, how well we fixed it.
So you're not just listening, you're collecting useful English like power-ups.
English power-ups. Okay, deep breath.
Here we go. Scene 1 starts with the most dangerous button on earth.
The snooze button.
Yeah, and I pressed it again and again and again.
3 times. You didn't press snooze, you signed a contract with your bed.
Okay, panic meter check. Be honest. What was your panic level?
9 out of 10. When I finally opened my eyes, I looked at the time and my stomach dropped.
Your stomach dropped. That feeling when your heart jumps and you think, oh no, I'm late.
Yeah, that, oh no, my whole day is already late feeling.
What time did you want to wake up?
7. I woke up at 7:45.
Ouch, that's not a bit late.
I know. I jumped out of bed, still half asleep. My body was running, but my face was like, wait, what is happening?
Half asleep is the worst mode. You're walking, but your soul is still in bed.
And my brain instantly starts doing fake math, like, if I move at lightning speed, I can still make it.
Fake math. And you started scrambling. Toothbrush in one hand, phone in the other, sock missing, hair doing violence.
Half asleep, full disaster.
And oh, I was so flustered, nervous, and confused at the same time. I almost put my t-shirt on backwards.
No, you didn't.
I did for like 5 seconds in my room. Then I looked in the mirror and fixed it. Don't worry, I didn't go outside like that.
Okay, good. Confused in your bedroom is fine. Confused on the bus is another level.
And in the middle of all that, I still had to think, okay, how do I tell my manager I'm late?
Yes, so I stopped for 2 seconds, took a big breath, and thought, don't write a long story. Just say the truth. I overslept.
Simple and honest. I like it. Okay, hidden English of this moment. Say it with us. I overslept.
Yes, not I slept more, not I slept extra, just I overslept.
And you don't say it like a poem. You say it like a problem.
Right. Okay, mini dialogue. Ready?
Hi, I'm so sorry. I overslept.
Okay, how long do you need?
Give me 20 minutes. I'm on my way.
That's your rescue line. I overslept. Give me 20 minutes. I'm on my way.
Short, honest, no drama. Even if your life is drama.
And please don't send the long apology essay. No. Dear sir, I would like to explain.
Not the apology essay.
One calm sentence looks confident, even if you're panicking in your kitchen.
Okay, what about recovery meter?
7 out of 10, because I didn't panic text a paragraph, I sent one calm sentence.
One calm sentence, that's power.
And after that, I did the fastest get-ready routine of my life.
Fastest routine meaning you skipped something important.
I skipped peace, I skipped breakfast, I definitely skipped good hair.
Breakfast said, see you tomorrow.
And then I ran out of the house like I was being chased.
Okay, and that's exactly how scene 2 begins. Because when you leave the house like that, you start making interesting decisions.
I'm speed walking like I'm in an action movie, and I see my bus.
The hero arrives.
No, the villain arrives.
Ah, the secret villain. The bus you think is your bus.
Exactly. I see the number, I'm not 100% sure, but my brain goes, you're late, just get on, don't think, move. So I jump in.
Classic. No thinking, just panic.
At first, everything feels normal. I'm standing there, fixing my hair and my phone camera, trying to breathe like a calm office worker.
Outside, I am a professional. Inside, ah!
Yes, but after a few minutes, I start looking out of the window and I think, I don't know this street. Oops, first red flag.
Then I see more new buildings and I think, wait, I really don't know this street. So I open my map and the little blue dot is going far, far away from my office.
Away from the office.
I just close my eyes and whisper, no, please no, I got on the wrong bus.
Ooh, that sentence hurts the soul.
My heart did a mini scream because I was already late. And now I was late in the wrong direction.
Late in the wrong direction. That is a special kind of pain.
Right? I felt completely frazzled, tired, stressed, and with almost no patience left.
Frazzled is that feeling when your brain and your energy are both like, we're finished, no more.
I pressed the stop button, got off at the next stop, and stood there like, how did my life become this? And the truth is, it started with that cute little snooze button.
Exactly. One tiny 5 more minutes became a whole domino effect. I woke up late, rushed out, didn't check the bus number, and now my whole morning was moving.
Domino effect means one small thing knocks over everything after it, like one falling domino hitting all the others.
Okay, hidden English of this moment, I got on the wrong bus. Simple, natural, and then you can add, I had to get off and backtrack.
Backtrack means you go back the way you came.
Yes, because I literally had to do the walk of shame back to the bus stop.
The walk of shame.
Not shame, just why am I like this shame.
Okay, mini dialogue. This is the one you need when you message someone.
Hey, I got on the wrong bus.
Oh no. So what now?
I'm backtracking. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks for telling me.
That's your rescue line. I got on the wrong bus. I'm backtracking. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
It sounds responsible, even if you're not.
And recovery meter?
8 out of 10, because I didn't make excuses. I just told the truth and the plan.
The truth and the plan. That's the secret recipe.
After that, I finally sat on the right bus, watched the right streets go by, and told myself, okay, maybe my day can still be saved.
But the universe said, wait, we still have the office Wi-Fi.
Yes, and that is where scene 3, the tech meltdown, begins.
Okay, I finally arrive. I'm thinking, all right, the worst is over.
And that's when life says, cute.
Exactly. Scene 3. I sit at my desk, join an important online meeting, and my manager says, can you share your screen and walk us through the update?
Share your screen. The modern boss sentence.
I click share, my slides open, I start talking, and suddenly nothing moves. The mouse stops, the slides stop, all the faces on my screen freeze.
Oh no. I'm clicking like crazy, and I just think, no, it froze on me.
That moment when your computer becomes a picture.
Yes, a very expensive picture. I leave the meeting, try to rejoin, and now it says, connecting forever.
So it's not just the app now, right? Then I realize my Wi-Fi's acting up. My Wi-Fi is acting up. Supernatural sentence.
And I'm not just stressed about the internet, I'm thinking about the repercussions. Like, what if they think I'm not serious? What if I look unprofessional?
Repercussions means the results after something happens, often negative.
Exactly. My brain is screaming about the future, but I know I still have to sound calm on the call.
So you need to sound composed, calm voice, crazy Wi-Fi.
Nice word, composed. Calm voice, crazy Wi-Fi.
Hidden English of this moment. It froze on me and my Wi-Fi is acting up.
Both are very common. People say them all the time in online meetings.
It froze on me means my screen or my app suddenly stopped working, and my Wi-Fi is acting up means your internet is not working properly. It's being strange or unstable.
Okay, mini dialogue online meeting version. This is what you say instead of just disappearing.
Hi, sorry, my Wi-Fi's acting up and it froze on me.
No problem. Do you want to try rejoining?
Yes, I'll rejoin now. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll wait.
That's your rescue line. My Wi-Fi's acting up and it froze on me. I'll rejoin in 2 minutes.
Short, clear, polite. No long drama about your laptop and your Wi-Fi story.
And you still sound professional, even when your internet is a disaster.
Exactly. I used that line, restarted my Wi-Fi, came back to the meeting, and tried to sound composed, even though inside I was still shaking.
All right, panic meter time.
For me, this was 9 out of 10 panic. Tech problems in front of people feel very personal.
9 out of 10 panic.
But recovery may be also 9 out of 10, because I didn't just disappear. I explained the problem, I gave a plan, and I came back.
And that's the lesson from scene 3. When technology fails, your words can still make you look strong and professional.
So after the tech meltdown, I tell myself, okay, breathe. The worst is over.
And the calendar says hi.
Yes, I open my calendar and just stare at it. Every box is full. Back-to-back meetings, no breaks. My day is completely overbooked.
Overbooked. Too many meetings, too many things in one day.
Exactly. I had emails, chats, calls, reports, all at the same time. By lunchtime, I was slammed.
I was slammed means you were extremely busy, like the work is just hitting you again and again.
That was me. I was trying to answer a message while reading a document, while listening in a meeting, and suddenly my manager says, "Can you explain the new process to everyone?"
That moment in my head, I'm screaming, no, not now. But out loud, I just hear, Anna.
So what happened?
My brain did this little pause. I knew the process, but I did not expect to explain it right there. In my head, I just thought, wow, I was put on the spot.
That means you had no time to prepare, but they suddenly asked you to speak.
My first words were a bit messy. I started talking too fast. Then I realized I wasn't clear.
Which is normal when you're tired and overbooked.
Yeah, so I stopped and thought, okay, I need to fix this and still keep my dignity, my self-respect, so I don't sound lost.
Nice word, dignity. You want to correct yourself, but still sound confident.
So I took a breath and said, sorry, I'm going to backtrack a little and start again from the beginning. Backtrack. Go back and correct or change what you said.
Then I added, let me gather my thoughts. And I gave myself one small pause to think and explain it properly.
That's such a good combo.
Hidden English of this moment. I was put on the spot, backtrack, and let me gather my thoughts.
All three are super useful, especially for work meetings.
Okay, mini dialogue meeting version. Imagine you're tired, overbooked, and suddenly you have to talk.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that question. I was put on the spot.
That's okay. Take your time.
Thanks. Let me gather my thoughts and backtrack a little so I can explain it clearly.
Sure, go ahead.
So that's your rescue line. Let me gather my thoughts and backtrack a little so I can explain it clearly.
It sounds calm and professional, even if inside you're like, what is happening today?
All right, panic meter for this scene.
For me, this was 8 out of 10. I was tired, overbooked, and then suddenly talking in front of everyone.
8 out of 10 panic.
But recovery, maybe 9 out of 10. Because I didn't freeze, I didn't panic laugh, I used my words, fixed my answer, and kept my dignity.
And that's the lesson from scene 4. You're allowed to slow down, correct yourself, and still sound confident.
So, the meetings are finally over. My brain feels like overcooked pasta.
Soft, confused, and not useful.
Exactly. I pack my bag, leave the office, get on the bus home, and suddenly all the small things start to hit me.
What small things?
The snooze button, the wrong bus, the Wi-Fi, the surprise meeting. All day, I felt like things were going sideways, not totally broken, but always almost wrong.
Sideways, not forward, not backward, just weird.
I sit on the bus and I feel this heavy, tired feeling in my chest. Not just sleepy, mentally tired, emotionally tired.
Yeah, that I'm done with today feeling.
Exactly. At first, I'd take my phone out to scroll and answer more messages, but my body is like, please stop.
And I just realized I needed to decompress.
Needed to decompress.
Decompress means to slowly relax after a lot of stress, like opening a busy suitcase and finally letting everything out.
Nice image. Your day was an overfull suitcase.
Yes, so I make a small decision. No emails, no messages, no thinking about work on the ride home. I put my phone away, look out of the window, and just breathe.
That's a strong move, actually.
Hidden English of this moment is I needed to decompress.
You can also use it when you talk to people close to you.
Yeah, this is your evening rescue line. Hey, today was really intense. I just need to decompress for a while.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
Thanks. I'll talk properly after I rest a bit.
That sounds healthy. Clear, but kind.
So, what did decompressing look like for you when you got home?
I came home, changed into comfy clothes, made some tea, and sat on the sofa with no screen for 10 minutes. Just me, the cup, and the silence.
Wow, no phone. Brave.
I know, but after a few minutes, I felt my shoulders slowly relax. My breathing slowed. My brain was like, we're safe now.
Sometimes that's all we need, a small reset.
Yeah, and then I did one more thing. I took out a notebook and wrote one line for each scene of my day.
Oh, like a summary.
Scene 1. I was late but honest. Scene 2. I made a mistake but I fixed it. Scene 3. Text failed but I stayed professional. Scene 4. I was tired but I kept my dignity. Scene 5. I chose to decompress instead of explode.
That's beautiful. Actually, you didn't just see a bad day. You saw a strong day.
Yeah, same day, different story.
Okay, final numbers.
Overall panic, maybe 8 out of 10. Panic day.
8 out of 10 panic day.
But recovery also 8 out of 10, because even when it felt bad, I used small sentences to save my day and my mood.
And that's the big lesson. Your day can go wrong in many small ways, but your words can still help you recover, repair, and relax.
And now we want to help you decompress too by collecting the best phrases from today.
Yep, it's time for our word tour. We'll go through the key phrases and words from this day gone wrong and show you how to use them in your own life.
So don't go anywhere. Take a breath, maybe grab a tea, and let's jump into the word tour together.
Yeah, we'll go one by one, slow, simple, and with examples you can steal.
First word, half asleep.
Half asleep means you're not fully awake yet. Your body is moving, but your brain is still sleepy. It's that moment after you wake up and everything feels a bit slow and foggy.
For example, I answered the phone half asleep and didn't understand anything.
Next, flustered.
Flustered means nervous and confused at the same time. Maybe you're late, people are watching you, and your brain feels messy.
For example, I got flustered when they asked me a question in front of everyone.
Next, frazzled.
Frazzled is very tired and stressed, with almost no patience left, like your energy is at 1%, and even small problems feel big.
For example, by the end of the day, I was completely frazzled.
Word 4. Domino effect.
Domino effect is when one small thing starts a chain of other things, like one falling domino knocking down all the others after it.
For example, snoozing my alarm created a domino effect for the rest of my morning.
Next, overbooked.
Overbooked means you have too many things in your schedule, too many meetings or tasks. Your calendar is full and there's no real break.
For example, my day was overbooked. I didn't even have time for lunch.
Next, repercussions.
Repercussions are the results or consequences after something happens, often negative. It's what you're afraid will happen because of a mistake.
For example, he was worried about the repercussions of being late again.
Next, dignity.
Dignity means your self-respect, how you value yourself. You can admit a mistake, but still keep your dignity by how you speak and act.
For example, she apologized but kept her dignity by speaking calmly.
Next, decompress.
Decompress means to slowly relax after stress, like taking the pressure out of your mind and body.
For example, after work, I needed to decompress with some music and tea.
Next, backtrack.
Backtrack means to go back and change or correct what you said. You realized your first version wasn't clear, so you start that part again.
For example, let me backtrack and explain that part more simply.
Last word, composed.
Composed means calm and in control, especially on the outside. Even if you feel stress inside, your voice and face stay steady.
She stayed composed even when the presentation went wrong.
Now let's look at some phrases from our bad day story. Real sentences you can use.
You don't need to memorize all. Just choose a few that feel useful.
I overslept.
I overslept. In other words, I woke up later than I planned.
Example. Sorry, I overslept and I'm running late.
My stomach dropped.
That feeling is when you suddenly feel scared or shocked.
Example. My stomach dropped when I saw the time.
I got on the wrong bus.
Basically, I took the wrong bus by mistake.
Example. I got on the wrong bus and ended up far from my office.
I was put on the spot.
Which means they asked me to speak or decide with no time to prepare.
Example. I was put on the spot in the meeting and had to answer quickly.
It froze on me.
As in, my screen or app suddenly stopped working.
Example. Sorry, it froze on me while I was presenting.
My Wi-Fi is acting up.
So my internet is not working properly.
Example. My Wi-Fi is acting up, so I might drop from the call.
I was slammed.
Meaning, I was extremely busy.
Example. I was slammed all day and forgot to eat lunch.
Things were going sideways.
In plain English, things were starting to go wrong.
Example. From the morning, things were going sideways at work.
I needed to decompress.
That is, I needed time to relax after stress.
Example. After that day, I really needed to decompress.
Let me gather my thoughts.
Give me a second. I need a moment to think clearly.
Example. Let me gather my thoughts and then I'll answer.
I'm backtracking.
I'm correcting myself because I want to change or fix what I said.
Example. I'm backtracking a bit because I want to explain it more clearly.
So these are your words and phrases from our day that went wrong.
You can't stop every bad day, but you can choose calmer, clearer English in the middle of it.
Maybe tonight, think of one moment in your own life when things went sideways, and try using just one of these words or phrases to describe it.
You can even share it in the comments if you feel brave, just a short one. We really love reading your stories.
We really do. And if this episode helped you feel a little less alone with your messy days, hit like, subscribe, and share it with one friend who is always running late but trying.
And if you want more easy English through real daily life stories, make sure you don't miss the next episodes. We have many more beautiful disasters to talk about.
This is...
And this is...
And you've been listening to the English Leap podcast.
Take care of your English.
And take care of your mind. Bye.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.
Phonics Mastery. Time to speak English confidently.
Hey, what if you could speak fluent English in 2026 without endless frustration? But how do you make it real? Stick around, because this plan will change everything. Let's get started. You know, we all want to learn English and nail it this year. It's like the ultimate New Year gift we're giving ourselves in 2026. But hey, now that we've set that goal, how do we actually make it happen? Okay, before I jump into the details, let me break down two super important things about English learning. There are basically two sides to it: the consumption part, which is the easy, fun bit, and the creation part, which is a bit tougher. But trust me, it's not rocket science, just a little more effort than chilling with a video. Yeah, like eating popcorn versus making the popcorn yourself. Consumption is all about taking in English. Right now, as I'm talking to you, you're consuming it. You're learning without even trying, because that's how our brains work. Default mode. You're listening, and if you can follow every sentence I'm saying, that means you're not starting from zero. On a scale of 0 to 10, you're probably already at a solid 4 or 5. I mean, if you can understand my super clear English, where words just drop like distinct little raindrops, you're doing great. My pronunciations are crystal clear, so anyone can get it, whether you're from India, America, or anywhere. I've worked hard on that clarity. It didn't come naturally, but hey, that's a story for another day. We'll chat about it later, promise. So you're at 4 or 5 already. Awesome. But how do we kick it up? The biggest mistake most people make on this journey to better communication and speaking English is consuming way too much compared to creating. That's where it's all going wrong. Consumption is easy. Watching a video, piece of cake. Listening to a podcast, super chill. Reading a book. Okay, maybe a bit tougher, but still easier than writing one, right? Someone else did the heavy lifting, and you're just enjoying the ride. Hats off to you for choosing good stuff. Good choice. But you're not really pushing yourself there. Now, creation, that's where the magic happens. You're building English yourself, creating sentences, making it flow from you. It could be writing, typing, or the big one, speaking. Speaking is the most important activity for learning English, hands down. But that's where most folks lag behind. Why? Because stepping out of that comfort zone feels scary. Come on, why stay cozy when you can delay your own success? It's like saying, yeah, I'll be fluent one day. Why wait 10 years when you can crush it in just one? That's the real question. Change now. Difficulties are fun. Challenges are what make us celebrate wins. Humans love them. It's in our DNA. We tackle, succeed, high-five ourselves. So switch it up. More creation than consumption.
We're clear on consumption and creation now. Consumption has two activities, reading and listening. Creation has speaking as top priority, then writing. Out of these four, I believe, no exaggeration, 90% of your progress rides on speaking. And I'm guessing you're not doing enough of that. Too scared? It's inside you, that fear. Gotta kick it out. I can motivate you, give trackers, tips, but the real work, that's on you. Honestly, I can't do more than that. The heavy lifting is yours. So this video's going to lay out the specific to-dos, things you gotta do. Then I'll talk about a tracker we have for you in the description. Totally free, just download and use it. But remember, the hard work's on you. We'll cover specific to-dos, the tracker, and super important, 8 things you absolutely do not have to do on this journey. And I've got some fun, stunning pointers there. You'll be like, whoa, really? Let's start with the specific to-dos. I've divided it into 3: daily challenge, weekly challenge, and monthly challenge. And to track them all, there's that tracker. Okay, daily challenge first. Really simple, anyone can do it. If you're serious about learning, improving your personality, boom, you got this. Consumption of 30 minutes every day. Creation of just 15 minutes. Totals 45 minutes of dedicated English daily. But one thing where you might slip, listening to random stuff in the background, like news on the bus or an English song in your car.
doesn't count. Nope, it has to be focused, something you choose, not passive background noise. That's learning too, but you'll drift off thinking about dinner or work. This is your 45-minute English gym session. I know it might sound tough. It's not. Consumption is fun. You're watching a TV show you picked. Friends, Dexter, whatever floats your boat. 30 minutes fly by. Poof, gone. You won't even notice. The 15 minutes creation, that's where your mind gets challenged and learns big time. And for consumption, assume you're paying attention. Be honest to yourself. If you can't be loyal to you, who can you be loyal to?
Doubt. What if I miss a day? Like gym days you skip. Fine, but don't miss 2 in a row. Simple rule. Miss today, do it tomorrow. Miss tomorrow, day after. Breaks max 1 day. Believe me, after 5-10 days, you'll love it. Won't want to break the streak. Now, weekly challenge. Easy, just sum of daily. About 200 minutes consumption, 100 minutes creation. Total 300 minutes focused English. Tell me, if you do that in a week, how could you not improve? Impossible. You'll pick up words, discover podcasts, admire teaching styles. You're in hunt mode, deep flow. Progress shows quick, really quick. Last, monthly challenge, where muscles build. Simple, 800 minutes total, 13 hours consumption, 6.5 hours creation, about 20 hours dedicated English. 20 hours? Not even an hour a day, less than our 45-minute start. Nothing. Can you not do this for yourself? And just for 1 year. Then problem solved. Move to next goals, career step up, whatever. We'll help there too. Here's the nicest bit. We made a tracker for you, free in description. Self-explanatory. Download, look, manage. Simple for anyone. Track religiously. Now, what to read, listen, write, speak. Ideas and PDF in description. My personal recs. Millions good books. Pick your genre. I love sci-fi, not much nonfiction. Reading Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina now. Big novel, but it pulls me in. Urge to read. Don't know why, but happening. Anyway, listening? Great video I made. Link here. English podcast recs. One's BBC 6-minute episodes aim to teach English. Easy, old, but good. Watch on the metro. Other audio podcasts? Find your flavor. Good TV shows, movies? I recommend on Instagram. Brilliant IMDb ratings only. Recent ones? LA Confidential, Spotlight, names in PDF. Writing, daily journal. I wrote all life. No locks, sister spied, but okay. Maintain privacy, hide it. Type if you want, but I prefer writing. Mind works better. Write life episodes. Pick topic, describe 10-15 minutes. Done. Ask ChatGPT for topics, thousands ways. Speaking, TopRec, my app for AI talk. Thousands use daily. Surprised us. Free. ChatGPT talk, mirror technique. As a kid, I spoke to mirror, eye contact, random blabber. Nobody judges, make mistakes. Still do, became a habit. Talk like crazy. Pause, look around if someone's watching. They'd think I'm nuts. Solves life problems. Try it.
Last part, 8 things not to do. First, stuck on grammar. Your grammar not perfect? Okay. Everybody mistakes. I do in Hindi, my native. Don't hang forever. Ego pulling back. Make mistakes. Learn. Let people laugh. They don't write your future. You do. Point 2. Typing content. Proofread. ChatGPT does it. Tool. alina.com/grammar. Checks mistakes. Prettier article. Journal. Photo to ChatGPT. Tells errors. Free. Use it better. Next. Train algorithm. Algorithms read us. Show what you're interested in. Pick carefully. Instagram Explore. Choose video for future recs. Fitness. Pick fitness one. It'll recommend more. Train on growth, not garbage. 3 hours gone. Think 15 minutes? Addictive. Train it, not slave. Point 4. Keep growth mindset. Growth slow, challenges hard. I get it. But happens. For others, why not you? Growth possible. Coming. Once started, only forward. No loss, only gain. Point 5. Don't announce ideas prematurely. Start something, tell world, people destroy happiness, fun of you, pull spirit down, can't destroy what don't know. Rule I follow. Don't tell till out there. Announce. Dopamine kick. Motivation drops. Make yourself happy, not people. Point 6. Track religiously. No track, lost. Life heavy. Work, personal, relationships. Forget without track. Stock market, check app 10x a day. Tracking progress. Not money linked, motivation gone. But indirectly financial. Speak well, better opportunities. More money, settled life. Point 7. Use updated resources. Formula works 20-25 days, change. Or bored, progress backward. Finish TV show daily bits. Move next. Variety. Finish book quick. Reading hard. Brain exercise. Imagine. Most don't. Plain eye look. Nobody reads. Why? Beautiful habit. Gives more than takes. Boring book? Quit. Don't kill habit. Point 8. Follow me on Instagram. Not promo. Mean it. Publish precise English content. Effort huge. Acts, skits, words, amazing English. Not taking lightly. Go see. Learn reels. Designed to teach. YouTube shorts too. Hard work. Want to teach. Impart knowledge. Not kill time. This it. Video makes you perfect English 2026. Wish luck. Maximum I could do. Rest you. Connected well-being. Remember why started. Motivates daily. Disciplined. Highest self-love. See next. Thanks much. Subscribe if not. Now time. Bell icon. Share friend care. Thanks. Bye-bye. Happy New Year.
Stop waiting. Start speaking. The journey's just begun. If this fired you up, smash that subscribe button. Turn on notifications and join the Phonics Mastery family. Next videos coming soon. Don't miss it.
Clear pronunciation. Real total confidence. Welcome to Phonics Mastery.
Look around the room right now. Honestly, how many things do you see that you actually needed? We are programmed to buy. But what if the secret to a richer, happier life in 2026 isn't getting more, but wanting less? Today on Phonics Mastery, we're cracking the code on materialism. We are giving you the 10 rules to stop buying problems and start buying freedom. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phonics Mastery. This is your cozy corner to learn easy, real English through natural conversations. I'm Aisel.
And I'm Abdulrahman. We are really happy you're here, hanging out with us today.
I have an honest question for you right at the start.
Okay, go for it.
When was the last time you said to yourself, I'm just going to look, and then, oops, you bought something?
Oh, literally yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I opened one shopping app just to check a price, and somehow, magically, a new t-shirt arrived in my cart. I don't know how it happened.
See, this is exactly what I mean. Just looking is usually the first step to just buying.
Yeah, totally. It's like the app whispers to you, come on, one more thing won't hurt.
And then, boom, money gone, closet full, and your brain is still not happy.
Guys, if you're listening right now and thinking, uh-oh, that sounds like me, hey, same here. You are definitely not alone.
Yeah, we've both felt trapped in that buy more mode. Sales, ads, influencers with their must-have lists. Whoa, it's a lot of noise.
It is. It's a lot of pressure.
Pressure to show off, pressure to post online, pressure to keep up, even when our bank account is screaming, please stop.
My bank account almost fainted last month. It couldn't handle it.
Oh, I get that. Mine needs CPR, like emergency medical help after every big sale season.
Exactly. So today's episode is personal for us. We're talking about how to protect yourself from materialism and the 10 minimalist rules that actually changed our lives.
10 rules. But don't worry, they are simple rules for real life. We are not saying you have to throw everything away and live in an empty room with only one spoon.
One spoon? No thanks.
Yeah, we still like comfort. We're not against having nice things.
Right. We're just against buying things that steal your peace of mind.
Yes, that's the line right there. So today we'll share how we got carried away with buying, how we started to cut back, and how minimalism actually gave us more space and more money to save up.
And of course, as always here on Phonics Mastery, we'll keep it in easy, slow English so you can learn language and life tips at the same time. This is perfect for intermediate learners.
Exactly. Just relax and let the English wash over you. Don't stress about every single word.
Okay, let's start with the big question first.
Yeah. Why do we feel trapped in this buy more mode in the first place?
Because it's not just about the objects, right? On paper, it sounds easy. Just don't buy it. But in real life, it feels like we're swimming in a sea of buy, buy, buy.
Yeah. It feels like the world is always selling something to your eyes, to your ears, and to your feelings. There are 3 quiet reasons for this.
Okay, break it down. Reason 1?
Reason 1. Your brain loves new.
Oh, absolutely. It's science. When you see something new, a new color, a new style, a new version of a phone, your brain gets a tiny spark, like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like a little firework goes off in your head.
And companies know this, obviously, so they keep giving you new drops, new collections, limited edition, just launched.
And we fall for it. Not because we're stupid, just because we're human. I've definitely talked myself into buying things just because they were new.
Same here. I don't really need it, but it's shiny and new, and maybe, just maybe, it will change my life.
It usually doesn't. That's reason 1. Our brain gets carried away by novelty. What's reason 2?
Reason 2. Everyone around you makes it look normal.
Yes, let's talk about the phone example. You know what I mean.
The annual smartphone upgrade.
Yeah. In many places now, it feels like you need the latest phone just to be considered normal.
I remember this feeling. My old phone was working perfectly, no problem at all. But people around me started saying, "Oh, you still have that model? The new one has a much better camera."
Those little comments. And slowly, you started to feel out of date, like your perfectly good phone was suddenly a problem.
Right? Nothing was broken except my feelings about it.
So it stops being just a phone and becomes a status symbol. You start trying to keep up with the Joneses.
And just a quick note for learners, the Joneses just means other people you compare yourself to. Friends, neighbors, people on Instagram.
Exactly. And that feeling of I must have it is the trap. It stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like a necessity.
That's heavy pressure. Okay, what's reason 3?
Reason 3 is sneaky. We don't see the full cost.
Yeah, this one is dangerous.
We see the price tag today, $20 here, $50 there. We don't see the time, energy, space, and stress it costs tomorrow.
Like when you buy just one more small thing, one t-shirt, one kitchen gadget.
Then another, and another. Each one feels like no big deal.
But if you add up all those small things over a month, whoa, that's a lot of money.
And they take up space in your room, and eventually space in your mind.
Okay, so materialism is powerful, but the beautiful thing is, you are not powerless against it.
No, we are not. We can't control the ads, but we can create small rules for ourselves.
Rules that protect our money and our peace of mind. And that's where our 10 minimalist rules come in.
Again, these are not scary rules. No living in a white empty box here.
No, just gentle rules to help us cut back on the noise.
So let's go through them slowly, one by one. 10 rules for 2026 that you can actually use.
Ready. Rule 1. Buy nice or buy twice.
Oof, that sounds serious. Buy nice or buy twice.
It is serious. It means if you always buy the cheapest possible option, you might end up paying more later because it breaks and you have to buy it again and again.
Yeah, there's a saying, I'm too poor to buy cheap things.
Exactly. That's what being truly frugal is. Being smart with money, not miserable.
I used to do this mistake with shoes. I kept buying very cheap sneakers. They looked fine for about 1 week. Then pain, holes, and back to the shop to buy another cheap pair.
So you weren't just buying shoes, you were buying future problems for your feet.
Yes, extra pain, extra trash. One day I stopped and calculated. If I added up all those cheap pairs, I could have bought one really good pair that lasted for years.
One good pair you can make do with for a long time.
So now my rule is buy the best quality I can honestly afford and then use it deeply.
I love that. Okay, rule 2 is more about feelings and intuition.
Rule 2. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
That is strong language.
Yeah, but it works. Let's say it simply. If you don't feel clearly excited or sure about an item, it's probably not for you.
So a meh feeling is a no.
Yes, because meh items become clutter. They just sit there. Clothes you kind of like, gadgets you might use someday.
I had a t-shirt like that. Every time I opened my closet, I saw it and thought, maybe later. I never wore it.
The closet ghost.
Exactly. It just took up space and quiet energy. Now, if my feeling isn't a strong, clear yes, I let it go.
This rule saves so much money. Okay, next rule is for the people who love organizing.
Rule 3, declutter first, then organize.
This rule called me out personally.
Why?
Because I used to love buying boxes, baskets, and cute labels. I thought if I just organize everything perfectly, my life will be fixed.
The organization makeover fantasy.
Right. But the truth was, I didn't have an organization problem. I had a too much stuff problem. I was just moving clutter from one pretty box to another pretty box.
Yeah. If you organize clutter, you still have clutter, just in nicer boxes.
Exactly. So now, before buying any storage solutions, I declutter first. I ask, what can leave? What is in the way?
And often after you declutter, you realize you don't even need those new baskets.
So true. Declutter first, then organize what truly matters. Okay, rule 4. This is about keeping your space clean over time.
Rule 4. If you don't use it, you lose it.
This one sounds a little tough, but it's actually kind to yourself.
It doesn't mean throw away everything today. It means check your things regularly. Ask yourself, do I use this? Does it give value? Does it bring honest joy right now?
Because your life changes. Your needs change.
I had some stuff I bought years ago for special days that never came. It was just sitting there quietly making me feel guilty.
The someday items.
Yes. So now every few months I do a little check. If I haven't used something for a long time and my life is perfectly okay without it, I let it go.
It tells your space, only things that are alive and useful stay here.
And your room starts to feel like a place you live in today, not a museum of the old you.
I love that. A museum of the old you. Okay, the next rule is my absolute favorite for online shopping. This saved me so much money.
Rule 5. Wish list plus wait.
Yes. Instead of buying fast, we park the desire.
Explain how that works.
Okay. When you see something you want on an app, on Instagram, in a shop, you do not click buy. You put it on a wish list.
Like on your phone's Notes app?
Yeah, Notes app, a piece of paper, anywhere. You write the name of the item, the price, and one honest reason why you want it.
And then?
Then you wait. You sleep on it. 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe a month.
And something magical happens during that wait, right?
Yes. Many items just die on the list. You forget about them completely.
Yeah, because your emotions have time to calm down.
Exactly. And the items that stay on the list, the ones you still really want after waiting a month, those are usually the real desires, not just impulse buys.
That's such a powerful trick. Okay, let's move to physical space again. Rule 6.
Rule 6. A place for everything and everything in its place.
This rule changed my mornings completely.
How so?
Because a messy space is like mental noise. When your keys, wallet, earphones, and charger all have one spot, life feels easier.
No more panic searching for your keys when you're already late for work.
Exactly. I gave my wallet one specific spot in my bag, always the same pocket. At first, it felt silly to be so strict, but now I never panic like, where is it?
Your brain doesn't have to work so hard to remember where things are.
It's like giving your future self a gift. Here you go. I made things easy for you.
Okay, next rule is like a red flag detector for bad purchases.
Rule 7. Don't buy a problem.
Say more about this. Don't buy a problem.
Some things look amazing in the shop, but they come attached with extra costs, extra work, or extra stress.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, I saw a beautiful white rug once. It looked perfect, so cozy, so aesthetic.
Of course it did.
But then I stopped and thought, reality check. I drink coffee every day. I drop food sometimes. I hate cleaning rugs. If I buy this beautiful white rug, I am also buying weekly stress about keeping it clean.
That's so true. So the rug wasn't just a rug, it was a future cleaning problem.
Exactly. The same goes for clothes that need expensive dry cleaning or shoes that hurt your feet.
So now we ask, if I buy this, what extra work comes with it? If the answer feels heavy, we let it go.
And to help with that decision, we have Rule 8.
Rule 8. Have a why before you buy.
This one is simple but very strong. Before buying, ask yourself, why do I want this right now? And listen to the first honest answer in your mind.
Not the fake answer you tell other people, the real one.
Right. If the honest answer is, because it's on sale, that's not a strong why.
If the answer is, because everyone else has one and I feel left out, that's not a peaceful why.
But if the answer is, because I use this tool every single day and mine is broken, or because this will genuinely help me learn and grow, that's a better reason.
Exactly. Your why acts like a filter.
Okay, let's talk about joy now.
Rule 9, the spark joy rule. This is famous because of Marie Kondo.
Yes, keep or buy things that genuinely make you feel a small spark of real joy.
Not fake joy, not maybe someday joy. Real, honest joy right now.
When you hold the item or imagine using it, do you feel light and happy, or do you feel stressed or guilty?
I have an old hoodie. It's not stylish at all, but every time I wear it at home, I feel instantly cozy and safe. That's joy too.
Rule 5. Wish list plus why. Yes, joy doesn't always look Instagram perfect. Sometimes it's just a silly mug you love using.
The rule is, if it truly sparks joy or serves your life well, it can stay. If not, maybe it's time to say thank you and let it go.
And finally, the biggest boundary of all, the money boundary.
Rule 10. If I can't pay in full today, I can't afford it.
Bijutia.
This one is tough. It is brave. And honestly, I learned this rule from pain. I used to use buy now, pay later services for many things. It felt so easy at the time.
Like, oh, future me will handle that payment.
Exactly. But future me was tired of paying bills. The joy of the new item disappeared fast, but the monthly payments stayed for a long time.
So now your rule is, if you don't have the cash right now to pay for it without stress, you wait.
Yes, maybe I turn it into a goal and save up for it.
And when you finally buy it with money you actually have, you feel proud, not worried.
This rule is about protecting yourself from impulse buys that lead to debt. It's about saying, I respect my future peace of mind more than this quick shopping high.
And that, my friends, is real minimalism. It's not just having less stuff, it's having more calm inside.
More space in your home, more space in your mind.
And definitely more space in your bank account.
Amen to that. Whew. So, those are our 10 rules. That was a lot.
It was. But remember, you don't have to use them all tomorrow. Even just one rule can make your 2026 feel lighter.
Exactly. Now, we used some great English expressions today related to money and mindset. Let's slow down and do a quick word tour to make sure you understand them clearly.
Let's collect them. First word, frugal.
Frugal. Frugal means you are careful with money in a smart way. You don't waste money, but you aren't miserable.
You just choose carefully what really matters. Example, being frugal helped him save money for a house.
Next phrase, impulse buy.
An impulse buy is something you buy suddenly, in the moment, without planning, usually because of an emotion. Example, I went to the shop for milk, but that expensive chocolate was an impulse buy.
Next phrasal verb, cut back on.
Cut back on means to reduce something. You don't stop completely, you just do it less. Example, I decided to cut back on online shopping this year.
Next one, save up.
Save up means to keep money over time for a specific big goal. Example, they saved up for months to go on holiday.
Okay, this sounds funny. Talk yourself into.
To talk yourself into something means your brain slowly convinces you to do it, even if you know it might be a bad idea. Example, I talked myself into buying that jacket just because it was on sale.
Next phrase, keep up with the Joneses.
Keeping up with the Joneses means trying to look as rich or successful as the people around you by buying the same things they have. Example, he bought a new car just to keep up with the Joneses.
Next one happens to everyone. Get carried away.
To get carried away means you lose control a little bit because you are too excited or emotional. You plan to do a little, but you do a lot. Example, I got carried away in the mall and spent too much money. Next is a beautiful feeling, peace of mind. Peace of mind is a calm feeling inside that things are okay. You are not worried. Example, having some savings in the bank gives me peace of mind.
Next is my favorite advice. Sleep on it.
To sleep on it means don't decide today. Wait until tomorrow after you have rested. Example, I wanted to buy the car, but I decided to sleep on it first.
And the last one is nice. Treat yourself.
To treat yourself means to do something nice for yourself on purpose, to celebrate or relax. Example, I worked hard this week, so I'm going to treat myself to a nice dinner.
That was a great word tour. Lots of useful vocabulary there.
Yes. And again, don't try to memorize everything perfectly. Just choose 2 or 3 phrases you liked and try to use them this week.
Okay, that was a lot of information, but in a good way, right? Don't try to be a perfect minimalist tomorrow. Just pick one rule to start.
Now, I have a huge question for you today, and I really want to see your honest answer down in the comments. Which is harder for you in 2026? Resisting a giant 50% off sale sign? Or ignoring what everyone else is buying on Instagram? Which pressure is stronger?
Ooh, good question. Let us know in the comments below. Even one sentence is fine.
And hey, if you want to master English conversation in a way that actually sticks, make sure you join the Phonics Mastery family right now.
Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a real conversation. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Your brain has an algorithm. Hack it for fluency today on Phonics Mastery Podcast.
Hey, lovely learners, it's Isel here. Before we jump into our conversation today, I have a huge surprise. Since we want you to get the most out of this lesson, we've created our first ever free PDF study guide. It has all the vocabulary, the habits, and the word tour from this episode. Now, since this is our first time doing this, let me show you how to get it. Look right below this video in the description box or the pinned comment. You'll see a link that says Download PDF. Just click it. It will take you to a Google Drive page. Don't worry, you don't need an account. Just look for the little down arrow icon at the top right corner to save it to your phone or computer. It's that simple. Grab your copy now so you can follow along with me and Abdelrahman. Okay, let's get started. Wait, before you check your phone, did you hear it? No, not the notification. The voice in your head that just said, "Oh, is this podcast too difficult for me?" Or, "I hope they don't use big words today."
Or maybe the voice that's currently saying,
Abdurrahman, did you leave the stove on? Serious voice. Well, if you're listening to this while driving, walking, or trying to hide from your responsibilities in bed, welcome. You are in the right place.
Today on Phonics Mastery, we aren't just talking about how to say words. We're talking about why you're sometimes afraid to say them at all. We're going to hack the group chat inside your brain.
Aisel, I have a confession. My brain isn't a temple of wisdom. It's a WhatsApp group chat that I can't leave, and it's messy.
Oh, I know that feeling. Who is in your group chat today?
Okay, so we have the bully who hates my accent, the coach who tries to help, the grandma who just wants me to eat, and the drama queen who thinks one grammar mistake is the end of the world.
The drama queen. I love that. Turning to the listener, hey, you, stop for a second. Look inside your head. Who is talking the loudest right now? Is it the bully saying your English will never be perfect? Or the drama queen saying everyone is laughing at you?
If your mind is loud, you aren't broken. You're just human. Today, we want to help you turn the volume down on the bully and turn it up on the coach.
Because that voice, it's either a wall that stops you or a bridge that takes you to fluency. For years, my bully told me, Aisel, don't speak. You'll sound silly. I believed it. That kept me quiet for a long time.
Let's talk about the bully. He loves 3 places: English class, your phone, and your bed at 2 a.m.
Oh, the 2 a.m. bully is the worst. He shows you a highlight movie of every time you said P instead of B or forgot the word for spoon in a restaurant.
Exactly. Imagine you're in a meeting. Your boss asks a question. You know the answer. You feel brave for 1 second, and then...
Wait, what if your grammar is wrong? What if they think you're unprofessional? Just stay quiet and nod your head like you're thinking deeply.
So you stay quiet. You look shy, but inside, you just lost a fight. Or the phone. Have you ever written a comment on a YouTube video, then deleted it because you were afraid of a typo?
Guilty. I've done that. That's the bully winning. To the listener, have you ever deleted a voice note 3 times before sending it? Be honest, we can't see you, but we know you're nodding.
Here is the light bulb moment. Your brain has an algorithm, just like YouTube or TikTok.
Wait, does that mean if I think about pizza, my brain shows me more pizza?
Basically, yes. If you like and watch negative thoughts, I'm lazy, English is hard, I'm not smart enough, your brain says, oh, Aisel loves these videos. Let me show her more proof that she is a failure.
That's scary. So my brain is just trying to give me what it thinks I want?
Yes, but if you start noticing small wins, like, hey, I understood this joke in English, or I learned 5 new words today, you are liking a new video. Suddenly, the algorithm changes. You start seeing yourself as a learner, not a loser.
Okay, let's give them the cheat code. How do we change the algorithm? We have 3 habits. Abdel Rahman, start with the morning.
Habit 1. No phone for 10 minutes. Don't read other people's perfect lives first thing. Instead, say one sentence to yourself. Today, I am the driver. I will be kind to my mistakes.
I love that. Habit 2, the pause button. When someone corrects your English and you feel that burn in your chest, stop. Don't explode. Don't shut down. Ask, what would my coach say? The coach would say, hey, now I know the right way to say it. Progress.
And habit 3, the nightly report. Before you sleep, find 3 tiny things you did right. Not, I became fluent, but I listened to phonics mastery. That trains your brain to look for success while you sleep.
Before we go, let's look at our power words for today. Mindset, the settings of your brain. Is your set to growth or fixed? Overwhelm, that heavy feeling when you have too much to learn. Take a breath, it's just English. Beat yourself up, to be very mean to yourself. Stop doing it. You wouldn't treat a friend that way. Light bulb moment, a sudden aha moment when things become clear.
And my favorite, bounce back. Like a ball. If you fall, you don't stay down. You hit the ground and jump higher.
Thank you for spending these 22 minutes with us. You showed up today, and that is a huge win.
Take care of your English, but more importantly, take care of your inner voice. I'm Abdulrahman.
And I'm Isel. Both happy learning, and see you in the next one. Bye.
By the way, we've prepared a special PDF for you with all the vocabulary and habits we discussed today. You can find the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Download it and keep practicing.
Master the sounds. Own the language. Your journey starts right here at Phonics Mastery.
What if I told you that your brain is actually working against you and that the secret to changing your whole life in 2026 isn't a huge decision, but a 1% trick?
It sounds like magic, but it's actually science. Most people are stuck, waiting for a perfect moment that will never come.
Today, we are breaking the chains. We're moving from I can't to I am. If you want to master English and master your life, you are in the right place.
Welcome to Phonics Mastery. Let's change everything.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Phonics Mastery, your favorite place to level up your English and your life. I'm Isel, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Abdul Rahman. How are you feeling today, Abdo?
Hey, Isel. I'm feeling energized, ready to dive into this. How about you? You look like you have a big secret to tell.
I do. Actually, I was thinking yesterday, why does it feel like some people completely flip their lives around while others stay stuck in the same spot for years?
Oh, I've been there. You see someone go from struggling to super successful and you think, are they just lucky or are they doing something secret?
Exactly. It reminded me of when I started learning English. At first, it felt like climbing a mountain with no shoes. So many rules, so many words.
I know that feeling. I used to think if I just memorize the whole dictionary, I'll be fluent. But it wasn't about the words. It was about habits and mindset.
Yes, and that's when it hit me. Life is exactly the same. Big changes don't happen overnight. It's about the little 1% shifts we make every day.
And that's our mission today. But wait, before we jump in, we have a gift for you. We made a free PDF with exercises to help you take real steps. It has key takeaways, grammar, and comprehension questions.
And stay tuned for Charlotte's vocabulary section later. She is going to break down the intermediate words we use today so you can use them in real life.
Okay, Isel, let's get serious for a second. Why do so many people struggle to even start making changes?
Because change is scary, Abdo. People love their comfort zones. Let's talk about the traps. Number 1, fear of failure.
Right. People ask, what if I fail? But I say, what if you succeed? Every successful person has a mountain of failures behind them. They just didn't stop.
And the second trap is negative self-talk, saying things like, I'm not a language person, or I'm too old to learn. That stops you before you even begin.
And the biggest one, waiting for motivation. People say, I'll start when I feel ready. Newsflash, motivation comes after you start, not before.
So true. It's like when I had a personal challenge last year, I kept waiting for the perfect moment, but the moment only became perfect once I took the first step.
Exactly. So the lesson is, understand what's holding you back. Once you see the wall, you can start breaking it down.
So, Abdo, how do we actually start? If someone is listening right now and feeling stuck, what's the first move?
The 1% rule. Have you heard of it?
If you improve just 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. It's like compound interest in a bank.
I wish my bank account grew that fast, but it's true. It's about identity. Reading 10 minutes a day makes you a reader. Practicing English 5 minutes a day makes you a learner.
I knew someone who became fluent just by listening to podcasts while cooking. No intense study plan, just consistency.
That's so inspiring. But wait, there's something even deeper. Mindset. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset.
Yes, a growth mindset says, I can learn this. A fixed mindset says, this is just who I am. And your brain actually follows your orders.
It's the RAS, the reticulating activating system. If you tell your brain English is hard, it will find reasons to show you it's hard. But if you say, I am improving, it will find progress everywhere.
It's like when you learn a new word and suddenly you hear it in every movie. Your brain is now awake to it.
Exactly. So we need to reprogram our minds. Use affirmations, visualization, and gratitude. Train your brain to work for you, not against you.
But Isel, what about the people who say, I'm waiting until I'm 100% ready?
Then they will wait forever. You will never feel fully ready. Progress comes before confidence. I used to be terrified to speak English because of mistakes.
And what happened when you finally spoke?
I realized mistakes are just learning moments. Each mistake built my confidence. Done is better than perfect, right?
Absolutely. If you wait for perfection, you'll stay on the couch. So here's a challenge for our listeners. Think of one thing you've been postponing. Don't do it tomorrow. Do one small thing today.
Today, not next week. Action leads to momentum. And Abdo, what about the people we hang out with? Does that matter?
Huge. They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If they are negative, you'll be negative.
So, follow inspirational people. Join communities like our Phonics Mastery community. Surround yourself with growth.
Exactly. When I joined a learning group, my progress exploded. You need people who push you to be better.
And now, to help our listeners articulate these big ideas, let's head over to Charlotte for the vocabulary breakdown. Take it away, Charlotte.
Thanks, Charlotte. Those phrases like compound interest and fixed mindset are so useful.
So, Abdo, what's the one big takeaway for today?
You have more control than you think. Small changes plus right mind plus strong environment equals a new life.
Beautiful. And remember, progress isn't a straight line, but every step counts. Don't forget to download the PDF and tell us in the comments what is one small change you are making today.
We really want to read your stories. If you loved it, subscribe and share it with a friend who needs a push.
Let's keep growing together. I'm Isel.
And I'm Abdurrahman. See you in the next episode.
You just took the first step by finishing this video. But the real magic happens when you close this tab.
Are you going back to your old habits, or are you starting your 1% journey today? The choice is yours.
Join the Phonics Mastery family for more life-changing English. Click the subscribe button and turn on the bell. Your future self will thank you.
Stay bold. Stay hungry. See you in the next one.
Speak English with Acel. Real English, real confidence. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English with Acel. Welcome to our channel, your home for daily life English, real conversations, and easy English listening practice. This is the place where we learn real English from real talk, not from boring grammar books. I'm Acel.
And I'm Abdelrahman. Happy to be here.
So, Abdelrahman, how are you today? Did you have a busy day?
Yeah, a little busy. I had some work in the morning and then I went to the gym for a bit. But honestly, now I feel pretty good. How about you, Acel?
I'm good,
but honestly a bit tired. I slept really late last night because I was watching a movie.
So you were maybe wasting a little time?
Maybe just a little, but it was a really nice movie. And today I'm happy because we can talk with our listeners again.
Same here. It always feels nice to sit down, just talk with you, and help people with their English. It feels like we are all in one big room together.
Exactly. Okay, small talk finished. Now let's get into our topic.
Yes. Before we start, we want to ask you for a small favor.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like this episode, subscribe, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Especially that friend who always says, I have no time to study English, but then spends 1 hour scrolling on their phone.
We all know that friend. And sometimes that friend is us.
Yes, it's true. Okay, let's talk about what don't waste your time really means.
Right. Today we have a very important topic. Don't waste your time, because time is life. If we waste our time, we are wasting our life a little bit.
Ouch, that sounds serious.
But don't worry, we're going to keep it fun and simple.
So, Acel, let me ask you first. What does waste your time mean in simple words?
Good question. To waste time means you use your time for something that is not important and not helpful for you.
Right. So it's not just about fun or not fun. It's about if it helps you or not.
Exactly. Think about time like water from a bottle.
Water from a bottle.
Yes, you only have a certain amount of water in the bottle. If you pour it on the floor, you can't drink it later. That is like wasting time.
Ah, I like that. Time is like water. If I just pour it on the floor, I can't use it again.
Yes. When you use your time on things that don't help you learn, don't help you grow, and don't help you rest, then you are just pouring your time on the floor.
And sometimes we know it, right? We finish and we feel, why did I do that?
Exactly. That feeling of regret, I could use that time for something better, is a clear sign that maybe we wasted our time.
Yeah, like when I say I will watch one short video, and then 40 minutes later I'm still there, and I don't even remember what I watched.
Yes, that happens to so many people. So now we know the meaning, let's talk about how we can stop wasting time, especially when we are learning English.
Okay, maybe I can start with a story.
Yes, good idea. Stories help us remember.
So one day last month, I was working on my computer. My brain felt super tired, and I said, okay, I will take a 10-minute break.
That sounds like a good plan.
I sat on the sofa, opened my phone, and started watching a funny video. I laughed. It was nice. Then, automatically, another video started. I thought, okay, just one more.
Very famous sentence. Just one more.
Yes, just one more. After some time, I felt a little strange. I checked the clock, and 1 hour and 15 minutes had passed.
Whoa, that's a big 10-minute break.
Exactly. And the sad thing was, I didn't feel happy after that. I felt empty, a little guilty, and actually more tired than before.
Yes, that's the feeling of time going away like sand in your hands. You open your fingers and it just falls.
That's a good picture. Sand in my hands.
So after that day, I said, okay, I need to be more intentional with my time.
Intentional?
Yes, intentional means you do something on purpose, not by accident. And today we want to share some tips that helped us and can help you too.
Great. Yes. Simple tips with small stories, so you can remember them easily. Okay, Isel, what is the first tip?
Tip number 1. Make a tiny plan.
Tiny? Not big?
Yes, tiny. Think of a plan like a GPS in your car.
GPS? Okay, I like that.
When you don't put any address in the GPS, the car can go anywhere. You can drive in circles, you waste petrol, and you waste time.
Right? You just drive and drive with no final place.
But when you put one simple address, the GPS tells you, turn here, go straight, you will arrive.
So a tiny plan is like putting the address for your day.
Exactly. Many learners say, today I will improve my English, but that is too big, too vague.
Vague means not clear.
Yes, it's not clear. So instead, make a tiny plan, like, today I will learn 3 new words, or today I will listen to 10 minutes of an English podcast, or today I will read 1 page of a story.
That feels lighter. I have a small personal example.
Yeah, tell us.
When I started learning another language, I told myself, every day I will study for 1 hour. It was too big for me. I got tired, I skipped days, and I felt bad.
I understand.
Then I changed the plan. I said, every day I will do 10 minutes. That's all. Some days I did more, but my promise to myself was just 10 minutes.
And did that work better?
Yes, much better. I could keep my promise. I didn't feel scared to start, and every time I finished, I felt proud.
So the metaphor is, a tiny plan is like a small, clear address in your GPS. You don't wander around, you know where to go.
Exactly. And when you know where to go, you waste less time thinking, what should I do now?
That's a powerful first tip. So what's the second tip?
Tip number 2, use your pocket time.
Pocket time?
Yes, think of time like coins.
Okay, I'm listening.
During the day, you have some big coins, like 1-hour blocks, but you also have many small coins, 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, 3 minutes there.
Ah, like when I wait for the bus, or I sit in a taxi, or I wait in a line.
Exactly. Many people throw these small coins in the trash. They just scroll, scroll, scroll.
Yes, I do that sometimes. But if you collect these small coins, you can buy something big.
That's a nice picture. Small coins become a big amount. For example, you can review your 3 new words while you wait for the bus. Listen to 5 minutes of an English podcast while you wash the dishes. Read 5 lines of a story while you wait for your coffee.
That feels very realistic. I have a friend who improved her English mostly in pocket time.
So a tiny plan is like putting the address for your day.
Exactly. Many learners say, today I will improve my English, but that is too big, too vague.
Vague means not clear.
Yes, it's not clear. So instead, make a tiny plan like, today I will learn 3 new words, or today I will listen to 10 minutes of an English podcast, or today I will read 1 page of a story.
Really?
Yes, she has 2 kids and a job, so she is very busy. She said to me, I never have 1 full hour, but I have many small minutes.
I like that.
So she used those minutes. 5 minutes walking to the bus, 10 minutes at lunch, 7 minutes before sleep. After a few months, she noticed that she understood more and could speak better.
So those little coins turned into a big treasure.
Exactly. If you don't want to waste time, start using your pocket time. Even 5 minutes can be useful.
Maybe our listeners can think now, where are my pocket times in the day?
Yes, that's a good question. Okay, what about the third tip?
Tip number 3, make English fun.
Right, because if it feels like punishment, you will run away from it.
True. Imagine you are a child, and every time you play, someone shouts, do it perfectly, don't make mistakes.
The child will stop playing.
Yes, learning is the same. Your brain doesn't like constant stress. If English always feels heavy and serious, your brain says, no thanks.
So how can we turn English into a game, not a punishment?
We can connect English to things we already like.
For example, I love music.
Yes, tell us.
I remember one song that really helped me. I printed the lyrics, the words of the song, and listened again and again. I circled new words. I sang in the shower. I tried to copy the singer's voice. It was fun, and I learned a lot.
That's a good story. What about you?
I love stories and shows. I watched a short series in English, at first with subtitles in my language, then later with English subtitles. After some time, I could understand many lines without reading.
Like a small victory.
Yes, fun is important because it helps you stay with English longer without feeling that you are wasting time.
Right. If you watch a show in English and you learn new phrases, you are not just watching, you're growing.
Exactly. So tip 3, don't just push yourself. Also play with English. Songs, stories, games, funny videos with English subtitles, use them wisely.
Now, I think we must talk about something a little dangerous.
Yes, the dangerous thing in your hand.
The phone. Tip number 4. Watch out for time thieves.
Time thieves. I like that phrase.
A time thief is something that steals your time without giving you something good. For many people, that is social media.
Yes, social media can be nice, but if you are not careful, it takes and takes and takes.
I remember one evening, I sat on my bed just to check one message. Then I saw a funny video, then a short clip, then a comment fight, then a news story. My brain was full, but I didn't learn anything.
That's a very common experience.
And when I finished, I felt tired and a little sad.
Yes. So we need to protect ourselves from these time thieves.
How can we do that?
One simple way is to make small rules. For example, when I study, my phone stays in another room. I will only check social media after I finish my tiny English plan. I turn off notifications for 1 hour.
That's good.
It's like locking the door when a thief is outside. You don't hate the thief, but you protect your house.
Yes, that's a strong picture.
When you protect your focus, you can do more in less time. Then you save time instead of wasting it, and you feel more in control of your own life.
Now I have an important question, Abdulrahman. If we say, don't waste your time, does that mean we must work and study all the time, every minute?
No, not at all. This is very important. Rest is not wasting time.
I'm happy you said that.
Think about your body and your mind like a phone battery.
Okay, that's easy to imagine.
If you use your phone all day and never charge it, what happens?
It dies, it stops working.
Exactly. We are the same. If we work, study, run around, and never stop, our battery goes to zero.
Yes?
Good sleep, quiet time, and simple rest are like charging the battery. Do you have a personal example?
Yes. Once I tried to work on a project late at night. I was tired, but I pushed myself. I spent 2 hours, but the work was not good. The next morning, after sleep, I did the same work again in just 30 minutes, and it was better.
I know that feeling.
So sometimes resting is smarter than pushing. It is not wasting time. It is preparing you to use your time better later.
So the key is balance.
Yes, some time to study, some time to work, some time to have fun, and some time to rest. A little of each.
That's a peaceful idea.
Abdulrahman, we used some big words today.
Maybe we should slow down and talk about them a little.
Yeah, let's do a tiny word tour before we finish.
These words are important if you don't want to waste your time.
First, we said intentional.
Right.
When you are intentional, you do something on purpose, not by accident. For example, I am intentional with my time. I choose to study English for 10 minutes. Or, I want to be more intentional and stop scrolling for 1 hour.
Then we had the word vague.
Yes, vague means not clear. For example, improve my English is a vague plan.
But learn 3 new words today is clear, not vague.
We also talked about pocket time.
Yes. Pocket time is not in the dictionary, but it's a nice picture. It means those small pieces of time in your day, like 5 or 10 minutes when you are waiting.
You can say, I use my pocket time to listen to English, or I want to stop wasting my pocket time on random videos.
Then we said distracted.
Yes. Distracted means you cannot focus because your attention is jumping to many things. For example, I feel distracted when my phone is next to me while I study, or the TV makes me distracted when I try to read.
And we use the phrase time thief.
I like this one.
A time thief is something that steals your time without giving you anything good. For example, mindless scrolling is a time thief for me. Or, I turned off notifications because they were big time thieves.
We also talked about invest, like you invested your time.
Yes. Invest means you use time, money, or energy now to get something better in the future. For example, when I listen to an English podcast, I invest my time in my future. Or, you didn't waste this episode. You invested your time in learning.
We said routine too.
Yes. Your routine is the normal order of things you do every day. For example, my morning routine is wake up, make coffee, and listen to English. Or, I want to add 10 minutes of reading to my evening routine.
And one more beautiful word, balance.
Yes. Balance is when different parts are in a good mix. Not too much, not too little. For example, I want a balance between work, English, fun, and rest. Or, a healthy life is about balance, not only work or only fun.
If you didn't catch every word, it's okay. You can listen to this part again slowly. And if you want a small challenge, choose one of these words and make your own sentence.
You can say it in your head.
Or be brave and write it in the comments.
That's like sending your English brain to the gym.
Yeah, a small, friendly gym where everyone is learning together.
So if someone is listening and thinking, okay, this sounds nice, but what should I do today? What can we tell them?
Let's give them simple steps.
All right.
Step 1, choose one tiny English goal for today. For example, I will learn 3 new words from this episode.
Step 2, decide when you will do it. Maybe during your pocket time, on the bus, during lunch, or before bed.
Step 3, make it a little fun. Maybe listen to a song, use a show you like, or re-listen to a part of this podcast.
Step 4, after you finish, say something kind to yourself.
Like, nice, I used my time well, or good job, I did my small plan.
That small sentence can change how you feel about learning.
Yes, you stop being your own enemy and become your own coach.
I like that. Your own coach.
Okay, let's quickly recap our tips so you can remember them.
Good idea.
Tip 1, make a tiny plan, like a GPS address for your day.
Tip 2, use your pocket time, the small time coins in your day.
Tip 3, make English fun. Turn learning into a game, not a punishment.
Tip 4, watch out for time thieves. Protect yourself from endless scrolling and random distractions.
Tip 5, remember that rest is not wasting time. It's charging your battery.
That's a beautiful summary.
Thanks. And we want to say this clearly. Your time is valuable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to use your time a little better each day.
Yes, even 10 good minutes every day can change your English over time.
And we believe you can do that.
Now it's your turn.
Yes. Question for you. What is one thing that wastes your time? And what is one small change you will make after listening to this episode?
Please write your answer in the comments. Your idea might help another learner too.
And if this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who also doesn't want to waste their time. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. You didn't waste it, you invested it in yourself.
Yes, we're proud of you.
This was the Speak English with Aysel podcast with me, Abdurrahman, and Aysel.
Until next time, use your time well and be kind to yourself.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Speak English with Aysel. Real English, real confidence. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Speak English with Aysel. I am incredibly excited for today's episode because we are doing something a little bit different. Usually, we sit here and I teach you grammar or vocabulary, but today we are just going to talk. We are going to have a real, raw, unfiltered conversation. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend Abdurrahman. How are you doing today, man? Are you ready to share your crazy story with the world?
I'm doing great, Isel. Just a little nervous, to be honest. I mean, telling a story about me getting lost in a foreign country in English to all these people, it's a bit embarrassing. But yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Don't worry, man. We've all been there. That's actually why we are doing this, to show everyone that even when things go wrong, even when you feel like you are in the middle of nowhere, you can still communicate, you can survive, and you can even laugh about it later. So take us back. Where were you exactly? Paint a picture for us. What was the plan for that day?
Okay, so this was about 2 years ago. I had just arrived in London for the first time. It was my second day there. I remember waking up that morning feeling so fresh. The weather was typical London weather, you know? Gray, a little bit rainy, the sky was full of clouds, but I was so excited. I had this list of places I wanted to visit, and at the very top of my list was a restaurant called the Golden Pot. I read about it online. Everyone said it has the best fish and chips in the whole city. I was craving it.
The Golden Pot. Nice name. Sounds fancy. So you had the location on your phone, I assume. You were using Google Maps?
Exactly. I had the address saved on Google Maps. I put my headphones on. I was listening to some music, feeling like a true tourist, ready to explore the city. I started walking from my hotel, which was near the river. I remember walking past Big Ben and I was like, wow, I'm actually in London. I was feeling super confident. I thought my English was good and I had my phone, so I felt safe. Nothing could go wrong, right?
That's the trap. When you feel like you have everything under control, that's exactly when life surprises you. So you kept walking.
Yeah, I kept walking for about 20 minutes. I left the main tourist areas, Big Ben, the Eye of London, and I started going into these smaller, quieter streets. The streets got narrower, the buildings got older. It looked really beautiful, actually. I was taking photos, looking at the architecture, and then I turned a corner into a street that looked completely different. No people, no shops, just old brick buildings and silence.
That sounds a bit creepy, actually. What happened next?
That's when it happened. I wanted to check how far I was from the restaurant. I pulled my phone out of my pocket, and the screen was black. I tried to press the power button. Nothing. I tried to charge it quickly with a cable I had. Nothing. It had died. The battery was 0. And the worst part, I didn't have a power bank with me. I forgot it at the hotel.
Oh no, that is the ultimate traveler's nightmare. Being lost in a quiet, strange street with a dead phone. I can feel the panic just listening to you. Did you start sweating?
Panic is the right word. My heart started beating so fast. My hands got a little shaky. I looked around and I didn't recognize anything. The streets looked exactly the same. Old brick buildings, narrow roads, no signs. I walked forward for maybe 5 minutes, hoping to see a main road, but I just went deeper into the neighborhood. The silence was heavy. I realized, okay, I am actually truly lost.
And usually when you panic, your brain just stops working in a second language, right? You forget all the words you learned?
Exactly. All the English I knew just disappeared from my head. I was just thinking in Arabic, Yenefsi Egi Masr, I wish I was in Egypt. I was thinking, how will I get back? Will I sleep here? But I knew I had to do something. I couldn't just stand there. So I saw this sweet old lady walking her dog. She looked kind. I thought, okay, old people are usually helpful and slow. So I gathered all my courage and I walked up to her.
Good move. That takes a lot of courage, especially when you're panicking. So how did the conversation go?
I walked up to her trying to smile and I said, "Excuse me, madam, can you help me, please?" She stopped. She smiled at me. She had these big glasses and a red coat. She said, "Of course, dear. What do you need?" I showed her a piece of paper where I had written the restaurant name earlier. I said, I am looking for the Golden Pot.
Okay, sounds like a good start. Polite and clear. She understood the name?
She understood the name, but Isel, her answer was the problem. She looked at the paper, and then she looked at me, and she started speaking, but she spoke so fast, like machine gun fast, and her accent was so strong. Maybe British Cockney? I don't know. She said something like, go straight past the post office, turn left at the pig, go down the alley, and it's behind the big tree.
Wait. Did you say turn left at the pig?
Yes, that's what I heard. The pig. I was so confused. I thought maybe there was a statue of a pig on the corner, or maybe a pub called The Pig. I wanted to ask her, what pig? But I was too shy. My brain was still panicking. So I just nodded and said, thank you very much, thank you. And she walked away.
So you just walked away with zero information looking for a pig in London?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. I walked for maybe 15 minutes looking everywhere. Is there a pig statue? Is there a pig picture? I saw a bakery, a post office, a library, but no pig. I ended up near a park and I was just tired. My feet were hurting, I was hungry, and I was still lost. I sat on a bench feeling really defeated. I thought, that's it. I'm stuck in London forever.
That's a heavy feeling, man. Being alone in a huge city, language barrier, no phone, it can make you feel very small. But you didn't give up, right? You didn't stay on that bench forever. What happened next?
No, I didn't give up. After sitting there for a few minutes feeling sorry for myself, I heard a siren. I looked up and I saw a police car drive by on the main road just ahead of me. It was like seeing an angel. I jumped up, I grabbed my bag, and I ran towards the road. I waved at them. They stopped and an officer stepped out. He looked big and tall, wearing that high visibility jacket, but he had a kind face.
Thank goodness for the police. So did you use the same approach with him? Did you ask about the pig?
No pigs this time. This time I was smarter. I stopped running. I took a deep breath to calm down. I walked up to him slowly and I said, "Excuse me, officer. I think I am completely lost." Then I used a phrase I remember learning from you, Isel. I said, "Could you point me in the right direction?" I showed him the restaurant name again.
Point me in the right direction. That is an excellent phrase. Very useful. It sounds polite, but also specific.
It worked perfectly. The officer looked at the paper and he laughed a little. Not a mean laugh, a friendly laugh. He said, "The Golden Pot? You are quite far away, my friend. It's on the other side of the river in Soho." He didn't just tell me, he actually pointed to the main road and said, "Walk straight that way for 10 minutes until you see a bus stop. Take the bus number 15. It will take you right there."
Wow, he gave you a bus route too. That's helpful. Did you feel relieved?
So relieved, like a huge weight was off my shoulders. I thanked him about 10 times. I walked to the main road, found the bus stop, waited for the bus, and finally, after an hour and a half of searching and panicking, I arrived at the restaurant. And you know what? The fish and chips were amazing. The best I ever had.
They better be amazing after all that adventure. So, looking back at that day, what is the biggest lesson you learned for our listeners out there? Because getting lost is part of traveling, but we need to know how to handle it.
I learned two big lessons. First, always carry a power bank. That is rule number one. But seriously. Second, I learned that it's okay to be lost. It's okay to panic a little inside. But the most important thing is to be polite when you ask for help. Even if your English isn't perfect, if you smile and say "excuse me" and "thank you," people will help you. Don't be afraid to speak.
That is such great advice. Being polite opens so many doors. It changes people's reaction to you completely. Guys, did you hear the phrases Abdelrahman used? "I think I'm lost. Could you point me in the right direction?" These are lifesavers. If you are traveling tomorrow, memorize these two.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to say "I don't understand" or "could you please speak slowly."
people are usually happy to help if they see you are trying. And hey, if someone tells you to turn left at a pig, maybe ask for a map.
Yes, ask about the pig. Amazing. Well, Abdelrahman, thank you so much for sharing this hilarious and terrifying story with us. I'm glad you made it back safely and got your fish and chips. Any final words before we wrap up?
Just don't let the fear stop you from exploring. You might get lost, but you might also find the best restaurant in the city. Thanks for having me, Aisel.
And to everyone listening, don't forget to check the description below for a full list of today's vocabulary and phrases. If you have a travel story like Abdelrahman's, maybe you got lost in Tokyo or Paris or New York, please write it in the comments. We want to hear your stories. Until next time, keep practicing, keep exploring, and don't panic.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Speak English with Aisel. Real English, real confidence. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Speak English with Aisel. I am incredibly excited for today's episode because we are doing something a little bit different. Usually, we sit here and I teach you grammar or vocabulary, but today, we are just going to talk. We are going to have a real, raw, unfiltered conversation. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Abdelrahman. How are you doing today, man? Are you ready to share your crazy story with the world?
I'm doing great, Aisel. Just a little nervous, to be honest. I mean, telling a story about me getting lost in a foreign country in English to all these people, it's a bit embarrassing. But yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Don't worry, man. We've all been there. That's actually why we are doing this, to show everyone that even when things go wrong, even when you feel like you are in the middle of nowhere, you can still communicate, you can survive, and you can even laugh about it later. So take us back. Where were you exactly? Paint a picture for us. What was the plan for that day?
Okay, so this was about 2 years ago. I had just arrived in London for the first time. It was my second day there. I remember waking up that morning feeling so fresh. The weather was typical London weather, you know? Gray, a little bit rainy, the sky was full of clouds, but I was so excited. I had this list of places I wanted to visit, and at the very top of my list was a restaurant called the Golden Pot. I read about it online. Everyone said it has the best fish and chips in the whole city. I was craving it.
The Golden Pot. Nice name. Sounds fancy. So you had the location on your phone, I assume. You were using Google Maps?
Exactly. I had the address saved on Google Maps. I put my headphones on. I was listening to some music, feeling like a true tourist, ready to explore the city. I started walking from my hotel, which was near the river. I remember walking past Big Ben and I was like, wow, I'm actually in London. I was feeling super confident. I thought my English was good and I had my phone, so I felt safe. Nothing could go wrong, right?
That's the trap. When you feel like you have everything under control, that's exactly when life surprises you. So you kept walking.
Yeah, I kept walking for about 20 minutes. I left the main tourist areas, Big Ben, the Eye of London, and I started going into these smaller, quieter streets. The streets got narrower, the buildings got older. It looked really beautiful, actually. I was taking photos, looking at the architecture, and then I turned a corner into a street that looked completely different. No people, no shops, just old brick buildings and silence.
That sounds a bit creepy, actually. What happened next?
That's when it happened. I wanted to check how far I was from the restaurant. I pulled my phone out of my pocket, and the screen was black. I tried to press the power button. Nothing. I tried to charge it quickly with a cable I had. Nothing. It had died. The battery was 0. And the worst part, I didn't have a power bank with me. I forgot it at the hotel.
Oh no, that is the ultimate traveler's nightmare. Being lost in a quiet, strange street with a dead phone. I can feel the panic just listening to you. Did you start sweating?
Panic is the right word. My heart started beating so fast. My hands got a little shaky. I looked around and I didn't recognize anything. The streets looked exactly the same. Old brick buildings, narrow roads, no signs. I walked forward for maybe 5 minutes, hoping to see a main road, but I just went deeper into the neighborhood. The silence was heavy. I realized, okay, I am actually truly lost.
And usually, when you panic, your brain just stops working in a second language, right? You forget all the words you learned.
Exactly. All the English I knew just disappeared from my head. I was just thinking in Arabic, "Yenefsi egi Masr." I wish I was in Egypt. I was thinking, how will I get back? Will I sleep here? But I knew I had to do something. I couldn't just stand there. So I saw this sweet old lady walking her dog. She looked kind. I thought, okay, old people are usually helpful and slow. So I gathered all my courage and I walked up to her.
Good move. That takes a lot of courage, especially when you're panicking. So how did the conversation go?
I walked up to her trying to smile and I said, "Excuse me, madam, can you help me, please?" She stopped. She smiled at me. She had these big glasses and a red coat. She said, "Of course, dear, what do you need?" I showed her a piece of paper where I had written the restaurant name earlier. I said, "I am looking for the Golden Pot."
Okay, sounds like a good start. Polite and clear. She understood the name?
She understood the name, but Isel, her answer was the problem. She looked at the paper, and then she looked at me, and she started speaking, but she spoke so fast, like machine gun fast, and her accent was so strong. Maybe British Cockney? I don't know. She said something like, "Go straight past the post office, turn left at the pig, go down the alley, and it's behind the big tree."
Wait. Did you say turn left at the pig?
Yes, that's what I heard. The pig. I was so confused. I thought maybe there was a statue of a pig on the corner, or maybe a pub called the Pig. I wanted to ask her, what pig? But I was too shy. My brain was still panicking. So I just nodded and said, "Thank you very much. Thank you." And she walked away.
So you just walked away with zero information looking for a pig in London?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. I walked for maybe 15 minutes looking everywhere. Is there a pig statue? Is there a pig picture? I saw a bakery, a post office, a library, but no pig. I ended up near a park and I was just tired. My feet were hurting, I was hungry, and I was still lost. I sat on a bench feeling really defeated. I thought, that's it. I'm stuck in London forever.
That's a heavy feeling, man. Being alone in a huge city, language barrier, no phone, it can make you feel very small. But you didn't give up, right? You didn't stay on that bench forever. What happened next?
No, I didn't give up. After sitting there for a few minutes feeling sorry for myself, I heard a siren. I looked up and I saw a police car drive by on the main road just ahead of me. It was like seeing an angel. I jumped up, I grabbed my bag, and I ran towards the road. I waved at them. They stopped and an officer stepped out. He looked big and tall, wearing that high visibility jacket, but he had a kind face.
Thank goodness for the police. So did you use the same approach with him? Did you ask about the pig?
No pigs this time. This time I was smarter. I stopped running. I took a deep breath to calm down. I walked up to him slowly and I said, "Excuse me, officer. I think I am completely lost." Then I used a phrase I remember learning from you, Isel. I said, "Could you point me in the right direction?" I showed him the restaurant name again.
Point me in the right direction. That is an excellent phrase. Very useful. It sounds polite, but also specific.
It worked perfectly. The officer looked at the paper and he laughed a little. Not a mean laugh, a friendly laugh. He said, "The Golden Pot? You are quite far away, my friend. It's on the other side of the river in Soho." He didn't just tell me. He actually pointed to the main road and said, "Walk straight that way for 10 minutes until you see a bus stop. Take the bus number 15. It will take you right there."
Wow, he gave you a bus route too. That's helpful. Did you feel relieved?
So relieved, like a huge weight was off my shoulders. I thanked him about 10 times. I walked to the main road, found the bus stop, waited for the bus, and finally, after an hour and a half of searching and panicking, I arrived at the restaurant. And you know what? The fish and chips were amazing. The best I ever had.
They better be amazing after all that adventure. So, looking back at that day, what is the biggest lesson you learned for our listeners out there? Because getting lost is part of traveling, but we need to know how to handle it.
I learned 2 big lessons. First, always carry a power bank. That is rule number 1. But seriously. Second, I learned that it's okay to be lost. It's okay to panic a little inside. But the most important thing is to be polite when you ask for help. Even if your English isn't perfect, if you smile and say excuse me and thank you, people will help you. Don't be afraid to speak.
That is such great advice. Being polite opens so many doors. It changes people's reaction to you completely. Guys, did you hear the phrases Abdelrahman used? I think I'm lost. Could you point me in the right direction? These are lifesavers. If you are traveling tomorrow, memorize these 2.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to say, I don't understand, or could you please speak slowly? People are usually happy to help if they see you are trying. And hey, if someone tells you to turn left at a pig, maybe ask for a map.
Yes, ask about the pig. Amazing. Well, Abdelrahman, thank you so much for sharing this hilarious and terrifying story with us. I'm glad you made it back safely and got your fish and chips. Any final words before we wrap up?
Just don't let the fear stop you from exploring. You might get lost, but you might also find the best restaurant in the city. Thanks for having me, Aisel.
And to everyone listening, don't forget to check the description below for a full list of today's vocabulary and phrases. If you have a travel story like Abdelrahman's, maybe you got lost in Tokyo or Paris or New York, please write it in the comments. We want to hear your stories. Until next time, keep practicing, keep exploring, and don't panic.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Speak English with Aisel. Real English, real confidence. Let's go.
Welcome to the Speak English with Aisel Masterclass. I am truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with me. If you are watching this video, you are likely at a very specific and interesting stage in your English journey. You understand almost everything you hear. You can hold conversations, write emails, and travel without issues. Yet, you might still feel a gap. There's a distance between the English you understand and the English you speak. You might feel that your personality in English is slightly simpler or less colorful than your true self. That is the intermediate plateau.
That is exactly how I feel, Aisel. It's frustrating. I know the words, but when I speak, I feel stuck, like I am using the same simple sentences over and over.
Exactly. And today, we are going to break through that. This masterclass is not just about learning more words. It's about learning nuance. C1 and C2 fluency isn't just about grammar rules. It's about psychology, strategy, and emotional intelligence. We are going to bridge the gap between being a student of English and being a master of it. We will explore how to navigate complex social situations, how to express subtle emotions, how to manage professional disagreements, and how to tell stories that captivate listeners.
Wow, that sounds deep. So we're moving from just learning English to thinking in English.
Precisely. We will focus on context, understanding not just what to say, but why, when, and how to say it to sound like a native speaker. I am joined by my friend Abdelrahman, and together we're going to dive deep.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So I invite you to settle in, clear your distractions, and let us begin this deep dive into advanced fluency. Let's start with a warm-up topic that many advanced learners enjoy, which is how daily habits shape our communication skills.
Habits. That's interesting. I never really thought about how my morning routine affects my English.
Think about it. How often do you expose yourself to English? Do you listen to podcasts during breakfast? Do you read a few pages of a book before bed? Do you talk to yourself in English while doing simple tasks like cooking or driving?
To be honest, I listen sometimes, but not every day. I usually just study for an hour on the weekend. That's not enough, is it?
These small habits may seem unimportant, but they build your fluency faster than you might expect. Researchers in language learning say that consistent exposure matters more than long, difficult study sessions. In fact, many suggest that using English for short periods, several times a day, is more effective than trying to study for hours once a week.
Because the brain learns through repetition.
Exactly. Repetition, meaning, and context. The more often you hear natural expressions, the faster your brain turns them into something familiar, something automatic. Let us reflect on that for a moment. When you hear phrases designed to link time and frequency, do they feel natural to you?
Some of them, yes, but others sound very formal.
For example, instead of just saying often, an advanced speaker might say they practice on a regular basis. Instead of saying sometimes, they might check the news from time to time. When giving an opinion, rather than just saying, I think, they might use a phrase like, as far as I'm concerned, which adds a layer of personal conviction.
As far as I'm concerned, I like that. It sounds so much more confident than just I think.
At C1 and C2 levels, your goal is to reduce translation and increase intuition. You want to reach a point where English ideas come to your mind without effort. That is one of the main purposes of today's practice, to help you think in English through long, meaningful listening. Now let's dive into our first advanced topic, which is how modern life affects the way we communicate.
This is something people across the world can relate to. Whether you live in the United States, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, or Southeast Asia, communication has changed dramatically in the past decade.
True. Many conversations now happen through text messages, video calls, or voice notes. People share their thoughts instantly, often without thinking deeply. At the same time, real face-to-face conversations sometimes become less frequent. This shift affects language in interesting ways. Because we communicate so quickly, many people use shorter sentences, simpler expressions, or emojis to express emotions.
I see that with my friends. We text a lot, and the English is very broken, short, no grammar.
But when it comes to advanced English, you need to go beyond short messages. You need to express opinions, explain your reasoning, agree and disagree politely, and talk about complex issues using clear structure and precise vocabulary. Let's practice this idea with a few questions. As you listen, try to answer in your mind or speak out loud.
Okay, hit me.
How has technology changed the way you communicate with people? Do you feel communication today is better or worse than it was in the past? Do you think social media helps us stay connected, or does it make conversations more shallow?
That's a big question. I think social media keeps us connected, but maybe superficially? We know about people, but we don't know them. The conversations are shallow.
Excellent vocabulary. Superficially. These questions require more than simple yes or no answers. They push you to explain, expand, and justify your ideas. That is exactly the kind of thinking you need at C1 and C2 levels.
So instead of just saying technology is helpful, I should say more?
For example, an advanced learner might say, technology has definitely changed the way I communicate. On one hand, it allows me to stay in touch with people easily regardless of distance. On the other hand, I sometimes feel conversations have become less personal because we miss out on body language.
On one hand, on the other hand, notice the structure. It helps you sound organized and fluent.
Exactly. These transitions help you sound organized and fluent by contrasting two different viewpoints. As we continue through the video, you will hear many expressions like this. Try to repeat them when possible. Let's shift to another related topic, the importance of active listening.
Active listening. That sounds important.
At advanced levels, speaking is only half of communication. The other half is the ability to listen carefully, understand details, and respond appropriately. Have you ever noticed how some people listen only to reply, not to understand?
Oh, yes. I catch myself doing that sometimes. I just wait for my turn to speak. I don't really process what the other person is saying.
That is common, but active listening means paying attention not just to the words, but to the tone, the intention, and the emotion behind the message. When learning English, this skill helps you understand fast speech, advanced phrases, idioms, and subtle meanings. It also helps you respond more naturally.
Can you give me an example? Like if someone tells me something sad?
For example, if someone says, "I have been overwhelmed lately," an advanced learner does not respond with a simple, "Okay." Instead, they might probe deeper to show they care by saying, "I am sorry to hear that. Is it because of the workload at your job or just life in general?"
Wow. I am sorry to hear that. It shows empathy. It shows I was really listening.
This shows understanding, empathy, and fluency. To deepen this concept of active listening, let's explore a technique often used by advanced communicators called mirroring.
Mirroring? Like a mirror?
Mirroring is when you subtly repeat or rephrase what the other person has said to show that you are fully engaged. It is a powerful tool for building rapport and keeping a conversation flowing without the pressure of always coming up with a new topic.
How does that work?
For instance, if a friend says, "I finally decided to quit my job yesterday," you might simply mirror them by saying, "You decided to quit," utilizing a rising intonation. "You decided to quit?" This invites them to elaborate on their reasons.
I see. So I'm not forcing a new topic, I'm encouraging them to explain more.
Or if your colleague says, "This project is becoming a nightmare," you could respond with, "A nightmare? In what way?" This technique takes the pressure off you to be interesting and instead makes you interested. It signals that you are tracking the conversation perfectly. Advanced listening also involves picking up on what isn't said.
What isn't said?
If someone says, "I guess I can manage that project," the hesitation in the phrase, "I guess," suggests they are unsure or reluctant. A C2 speaker might pick up on this and ask, "You sound a bit hesitant. Are you sure you have the bandwidth for it?"
Being able to read these verbal cues, that is what separates a fluent speaker from a truly advanced communicator.
Precisely. In this video, you will hear many real-life expressions. You might hear someone say, "I have been meaning to call you," which implies they wanted to do it but were distracted. You might hear, "I can relate to that," which is a perfect way to validate someone's experience. You may hear someone admit surprise by saying, "That caught me off guard." Or perhaps during a debate, someone might soften their disagreement by saying, "I wouldn't go that far, but I see your point."
These are expressions used by fluent speakers every day. They help you sound more natural and confident. As we move forward, remember that the goal is not to memorize everything. The goal is to let English flow through your mind, to let it become familiar, comfortable, and natural.
The more you expose yourself to real English, the faster you will achieve C1 and C2 levels. As we continue this advanced English practice, let's move into a topic that is extremely important for C1 and C2 learners: expressing complex ideas clearly and naturally.
This is the hard part for me. I have the idea in my head, but it comes out simple.
It is not just about understanding difficult vocabulary. It's about using language to communicate thoughts that are subtle, layered, and meaningful. Think about this for a moment. In your native language, when you are discussing a deep topic, maybe something about society, relationships, personal growth, or global issues, you probably use nuanced expressions without even realizing it.
Yes, like saying it depends on the context, or there's more to it than that.
Right. In English, advanced speakers use similar phrasings to avoid sounding too black and white. For example, when faced with a difficult problem, you might say, "It's a bit more complicated than it seems on the surface." If you are analyzing a situation, you might say, "There are several factors to consider before we decide."
It's a bit more complicated than it seems on the surface. That sounds much better than "it's hard."
If you disagree with someone but want to remain polite, you could say, "I understand where you're coming from, but I see it differently." Or perhaps, "That's a valid point, although I would argue that the opposite is also true."
Although I would argue, that's a strong phrase.
These kinds of expressions show maturity, clarity, and depth. They help you participate in meaningful conversations rather than superficial ones. Now, let's explore a real-world topic that many people around the world can relate to: how expectations shape our daily lives.
Expectations from family, society, work, or even from ourselves, they can be heavy.
This topic is very common in advanced English discussions because it touches emotions, psychology, and life experience. Let's reflect on a few questions. Answers in your mind or out loud will help you train your fluency. What expectations do you feel from the people around you? Do you think these expectations help you grow, or do they add pressure? How do expectations affect your confidence or your decisions?
For me, the expectation to be perfect, it adds a lot of pressure. It makes me afraid to speak.
That is a feeling many advanced learners share. These questions require more than simple vocabulary. They require explanation, examples, and reflections, something C1 and C2 learners must practice often. For example, an advanced speaker might say, "I believe expectations can be both motivating and stressful. On one hand, they push us to reach our potential and work harder. On the other hand, they can create pressure that negatively affects our mental well-being."
That kind of structure mirrors the way native speakers express complex opinions. Notice the balance, comparison, and nuance.
These elements help you move from intermediate English to advanced English. Now, let's explore natural conversation flow, something that many advanced learners want to master. A common struggle is feeling like your speech is too formal or too stiff.
Yes, I sound like a textbook sometimes, too robotic.
At high levels, you want to sound natural, not robotic or overly academic. One way is to use small conversational tools that native speakers use without thinking. If you need to correct a misconception, start with, "Actually," if you suddenly remember something relevant, say, "Now that you mention it." If a topic triggers a memory, what do you say?
Say, "That reminds me of something." To soften a harsh truth, start with, "To be honest," if you have a realization, you might say, "I've never thought about it that way."
And if you are speculating, guessing,
If I had to guess, I would say, and to introduce a shocking fact, try, "What surprised me was..." These phrases make your speech smoother and more dynamic. They help you sound more like you are thinking in English rather than translating. Throughout this video, you will hear many expressions like these, so your brain becomes familiar with them. Let's shift to another topic that advanced English speakers often discuss: personal growth and long-term goals. Whether someone comes from South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, or the Middle East, almost everyone wants to improve their life in some way: career, relationships, health, or personal development.
I am always trying to improve myself, but sometimes I lose motivation.
Here are some questions that push you to think in English. What long-term goals are most important to you right now? Do you believe people can truly change, or do you think personality stays the same? What is one area of your life you want to improve this year?
Those are deep questions.
Advanced English is not just about vocabulary. It's about expressing emotions, motivation, and introspection. Let's take one example of how to articulate a personal struggle. I have been trying to become more disciplined with my time. It is not easy, but I'm slowly improving. I have realized that small, consistent habits make a big difference in the long run.
That is natural, detailed, and emotionally honest. It sounds like a real human expressing a real struggle.
Exactly the kind of fluency you want. Let's move to another essential advanced skill, handling disagreements politely. In many countries, people avoid arguments. In others, debates are normal. But in English, it's important to disagree without sounding rude or aggressive.
This is hard for me. I don't want to offend anyone.
Here are some polite yet advanced ways to express disagreement. Instead of saying, "You are wrong," you could say, "I see your point, but I'm not completely convinced." If someone interprets data one way, you could counter with, "That's an interesting perspective, though I would interpret the facts differently."
I interpret the facts differently. That is very professional.
To show you value the person even while disagreeing, say, "I respect your opinion, but I have a slightly different take on the matter." Or simply, "I understand what you mean, although I do not fully agree with your conclusion."
I like that. I have a slightly different take on the matter.
These expressions show confidence, respect, and clarity, key characteristics of C1 and C2 communication. Now, let's move into an interesting and highly relatable topic, how routines shape our confidence. Many people underestimate how daily routines influence their ability to speak a language.
I usually just study when I have free time.
The truth is, confidence does not come from perfection, it comes from consistency. The more you expose yourself to English daily, the more natural and effortless your speech becomes. Let's think about your routine. Do you practice English intentionally or only when you have free time? Do you listen to English during tasks like exercising, cooking, or commuting?
I listen sometimes in the car, but that's it.
The more English you absorb passively, the easier active speaking becomes. Here's a useful advanced sentence pattern known as a comparative correlative. The more I practice, the more confident I feel.
The more I practice, the more confident I feel. Can I use this for other things?
You can use this for almost anything. The more I listen to native speakers, the more natural everything sounds to me. Or regarding personal growth, the more I challenge myself, the more progress I notice.
This structure is very common in natural English. Mastering it helps you sound more fluent instantly.
Now, let's explore a meaningful topic that touches almost everyone, finding balance in life. With work, family, school, relationships, and personal goals, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Advanced conversations often involve discussing balance, priorities, and decision-making.
I feel pulled in many directions.
Try to answer this question in your mind. Do you feel your life is balanced, or do you feel pulled in many directions? A natural advanced answer might sound like this. Lately, I've been trying to find a better balance. I realized I was focusing too much on work and not enough on my well-being. So now I'm learning to slow down and take things one step at a time.
Take things one step at a time. I need to hear that one.
Expressions like take things one step at a time, slow down, and find balance are extremely common in daily English. As we continue, we'll explore even deeper topics, more advanced structures, and more natural expressions to help you reach C1 and C2 levels. As we move forward in this advanced English practice, let's explore a topic that almost every learner finds relatable: how our environment influences the way we speak. Whether you live in a quiet town, a busy city, or somewhere in between, the world around you shapes your communication style in interesting ways.
My environment is very noisy and fast. I speak fast too.
For example, if you live in a fast-paced environment, you might naturally speak more quickly or more directly to get your point across efficiently. If your culture values politeness or indirect communication, you might express opinions more gently or cautiously to maintain social harmony.
In my culture, we are very indirect. We don't like to say no.
Understanding these patterns helps you become aware of how you use English and how you can adjust your style depending on the situation. Let's go deeper into this concept of cultural context, often called high context versus low context communication.
High versus low context?
This is a fascinating area for advanced learners because it explains why direct translations often fail to capture the true feeling of a message. In low-context cultures like the United States or Germany, communication tends to be explicit. People say exactly what they mean. If they want you to do something, they will likely ask you directly.
But in high-context cultures,
In high-context cultures, such as Japan, many Arab nations, or parts of Latin America, communication is often indirect. The meaning is found in the situation, the relationship, and the silence between words, not just the words themselves. As an advanced English speaker, you need to be able to navigate both styles.
So sometimes I need to be direct and sometimes indirect?
Yes, you need the flexibility to be direct when clarity is required, but also the subtlety to be indirect when diplomacy is needed. For example, a direct speaker might critique a document by saying, "This report is wrong. Please fix it." An indirect, more diplomatic speaker might achieve the same goal by saying, "I think we might need to review the data in this section again. The numbers do not seem to align perfectly with our projections."
Both mean the same thing, but the second one is polite.
Exactly. Both sentences aim for the same result, but the second one preserves harmony and saves face. Mastering softening language is a hallmark of C2 fluency. It involves using modal verbs like might, could, or would, and introductory phrases like, "It seems to me that," or "I might be mistaken."
I need to practice those softening phrases.
Let's start with a few reflective questions on this. Do you think your environment affects the way you communicate in English? Do you feel more confident speaking English at home, at school, at work, or with friends? How does the atmosphere around you influence your level of fluency?
I feel more comfortable at home.
These questions push you to think deeper, which is essential at C1 and C2 levels. Advanced English is not only about grammar, it is about self-awareness and communication strategy. Now let's talk about something that many advanced learners underestimate, the power of storytelling at high levels.
Storytelling? Like telling a joke?
Not just jokes. One of the best ways to show fluency is by telling stories smoothly. Stories about your day, your past experiences, your challenges, or even your dreams for the future. When you tell a story well in English, you show control of tenses, transitions, emotions, and descriptive vocabulary.
I struggle with the past tenses. I went, then I go, then I did.
Here are some natural storytelling expressions designed to hook the listener. You might start with, "Let me tell you about something interesting that happened recently." When reaching a memorable part, you could say, "I will never forget the moment when it finally clicked."
It finally clicked. Good phrase.
When reflecting on the past, you might say, "Looking back, I realized that I was too young to understand." And to show the resolution of a problem, you might say, "At first I did not understand what was happening, but then eventually I figured things out."
Figured things out. I like that.
These phrases create a natural flow, helping listeners follow your thoughts clearly. Let's practice this idea with a simple reflection. Think about a moment from your life, maybe something surprising, funny, stressful, or meaningful. Now try to describe it using English in your mind. Use transitions like at first, after a while, in the end.
Okay, thinking.
What surprised me was, or the strange thing is, this helps you build confidence and practice real-life storytelling, which is a powerful component of advanced fluency. Now let's dive into another essential skill for C1 and C2 learners, using precise vocabulary.
I know a lot of big words, but I don't know when to use them.
At advanced levels, you do not need complicated words, you need accurate ones. For example, rather than simply saying something is very important, advanced speakers might describe a rule as crucial, a nutrient as essential, or a historical event as significant.
Crucial. That is a strong word.
Instead of describing a building or a problem as very big, they might describe the building as massive or the problem as enormous. If an amount is very small, they might refer to it as tiny, minimal, or limited.
So precision is better than just using big or small all the time.
Exactly. And regarding preferences, instead of saying, I do not like it, they might soften the blow by saying, it doesn't appeal to me, or I'm not a big fan of it, or casually, it's not really my thing.
It's not really my thing. That sounds very natural.
These choices help your speech become richer, clearer, and more expressive. Let's explore an advanced topic that appears often in real conversations, dealing with uncertainty. In life, we constantly make decisions without knowing exactly what will happen. Being able to express uncertainty in English is a sign of advanced fluency.
I'm usually afraid to say I don't know.
When you are not 100% committed to a fact, you might say, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is the right path. If the situation is ambiguous, you could say, it's hard to say for certain at this stage.
Ambiguous. I like that word.
If you are speculating, you might add, although my best guess is that prices will rise, or to show you're making an observation based on limited data, as far as I can tell, it seems likely that he will resign.
That sounds very smart.
These expressions soften your speech, making it sound natural and thoughtful. Now let's reflect on this idea more deeply. Life is full of uncertainty about the future, about work, about relationships, about opportunities. Expressing uncertainty in English shows emotional intelligence and nuance. Try answering these questions in your mind. What is something that you've been unsure about lately? How you deal with uncertainty in your life? Do you usually trust your instincts, or do you rely on facts and logic?
I usually rely on facts.
At advanced levels, these reflections help you speak more naturally and thoughtfully. Now let's shift to another important aspect of advanced English, showing empathy through language. Empathy is a human skill that no machine or translation app can replicate. When you express empathy, you show understanding, care, and emotional intelligence, qualities highly valued in C1 and C2 communication.
How can I show empathy? Just by saying, I'm sorry?
If a friend tells you bad news, saying, I can imagine how that must feel, validates their pain. If they describe a difficult task, saying, that sounds really challenging, shows you're listening. If they share a loss, I'm sorry you had to go through that, offers comfort.
And to build a bridge between experiences,
You might say, I can relate to what you're saying, or I've experienced something similar, so I understand. Using these phrases makes your English warmer, more human, and more connected. Now let's explore a global topic that people everywhere can relate to, the fast pace of modern life.
Everything is fast. No time to think.
Many people today feel busier than ever, whether you're a student, an employee, a parent, or someone building your own business. Life can feel overwhelming, but this is also an opportunity to practice advanced vocabulary and expressions.
Like what?
For example, if you are handling many tasks at once, you can say, I have been juggling multiple responsibilities lately. If deadlines are approaching fast, you might say, I feel like I am constantly racing against time.
Juggling multiple responsibilities. Good picture.
If you decide to prioritize health over work, you could explain, I have been trying to slow down and reset my priorities. Or if someone asks how you are, you might honestly reply, life has been hectic, but I am managing.
Life has been hectic. I need to use that.
These are expressions you'll hear in workplaces, universities, and daily life. Let's go deeper. One of the most important parts of advanced communication is being able to reflect on your experiences. Reflection helps you articulate thoughts clearly, which is essential at higher levels.
I rarely take time to reflect.
Try answering these questions internally. What is one lesson you have learned recently? Is there something you wish you had handled differently? How have you grown over the past year?
Thinking.
These reflective questions help your brain build stronger English connections. Now let's explore a highly practical skill, making your speech more structured. Native speakers often organize their thoughts naturally using signposting language.
Signposting?
Yes, when starting a list of arguments, they might say, first of all. When adding a supporting point, they use secondly or on top of that. To show a difference, they use in contrast. And to conclude, they might say, to sum up.
So it helps the listener follow me.
Using these structures helps your English sound organized and polished, especially in academic or professional contexts. Before we move to the next part, let's end this section with a key reminder. Advanced English is not about perfection. It's about clarity, confidence, and connection. It's about expressing who you are, what you think, and how you see the world.
I like that. Expressing who you are.
As we continue on this journey toward advanced English fluency, let's shift into a topic that challenges many learners around the world: developing confidence when expressing your true thoughts and opinions in English.
This is my biggest fear.
At C1 and C2 levels, fluency is not just about vocabulary. It's about feeling comfortable sharing your ideas, the same way you would in your native language. Think about this. Have you ever had a moment when you understood everything in English but did not know how to express your opinions smoothly?
Yes, the words get stuck.
Maybe words felt stuck, or you were not sure how to phrase your thoughts in a natural way. This barrier is common, especially for learners who are transitioning into advanced speaking. To help with this, let's explore some natural expressions that advanced speakers use when giving opinions.
I need phrases for giving opinions.
If you want to offer a personal view, start with, if you ask me. To clarify your position, say, from my perspective. To show strong conviction, use, as far as I'm concerned.
As far as I'm concerned, I would try to use that.
To admit a difficult truth, try to be completely honest, and to sound formal yet personal, you can say, I am of the opinion that. These phrases help you start your sentences confidently and give your speech structure and flow.
So they also signal that what follows is thoughtful.
Let's practice with a few real-world questions. Think about them and try to answer in English. What is something you strongly believe in? What is a habit you think everyone should develop? What is one thing people often misunderstand about you?
Those are hard questions.
Training yourself to express these deeper ideas naturally is one of the keys to reaching C1 and C2. Now let's shift to a topic that advanced learners often find fascinating: the psychology of communication.
Psychology? How we think?
At a high level, language is not just information. It's emotion, identity, culture, and connection. Every time you communicate in English, you're not just forming sentences. You're building relationships, expressing personality, and shaping how others perceive you.
So the tone of voice matters.
For example, the way you say something can change the entire meaning. Compare these two responses, yes, I guess, versus I think that would work really well.
The first sounds weak, the second sounds confident.
Exactly. At advanced levels, tone matters as much as vocabulary. You want to sound like someone who participates in a conversation, not someone who simply reacts to it. To improve your communication psychology, practice using assertive yet polite phrases.
Give me an example.
Instead of just wanting something, say, I would prefer if we could. To contribute to a discussion, say, one thing I would like to add is. To validate someone else, say, I completely agree with that point. And to offer a counterpoint, say, I'm not entirely sure about that, but here's how I see it. These expressions elevate your English to a more mature and professional level. Let's move to another important topic: expressing complex emotions.
I usually just say, I'm happy or I'm sad.
At advanced levels, you need more than basic words. You want to capture subtle feelings. If you have too much work and feel stressed, you might say, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. That's a good word.
If you have mixed feelings about a decision, you could say, I feel conflicted about that. If a situation is too difficult for your current skills, you could admit, I'm a little out of my depth.
Out of my depth. Yes, I feel that often.
And if someone does something amazing, you can say, I'm genuinely impressed. These expressions help you communicate more precisely and naturally, especially in emotional or personal conversations. Now let's explore a topic that affects almost everyone: time management and productivity in modern life.
I'm always late.
With screens, notifications, deadlines, and responsibilities pulling us in every direction, many people struggle to balance everything. Here are some advanced expressions related to this topic. If you are organizing your day better, you can say, I have been trying to prioritize my tasks more effectively.
Prioritize my tasks.
If you delay work because of stress, you might admit, I tend to procrastinate when I feel stressed.
If you need to stop working late, you could say, I am learning to set healthier boundaries with my time. Set healthier boundaries. That sounds very mature.
And if you are tired but not physically, you might realize, I have realized I need to manage my energy, not just my schedule. These are phrases you will hear in workplace conversations, coaching sessions, and academic discussions.
I need to manage my energy, not just my schedule. That is wise.
Let's pause for a moment and reflect. How do you currently manage your time? Do you feel productive or do you often feel rushed? What is one habit you want to improve to use your time better?
I need to stop checking my phone so much.
Thinking about meaningful questions like these helps you explore your inner thoughts in English, training your fluency at a deeper level. Next, let's discuss one of the most important skills at C1 and C2, summarizing and paraphrasing.
Just repeat what they say?
Advanced English speakers do not always repeat things word for word. They rephrase ideas naturally. For example, instead of repeating, he said he cannot come because he is busy, an advanced speaker might condense the information by saying, he mentioned that he would not make it due to a busy schedule.
Due to a busy schedule. Very professional.
Instead of describing a book by saying, the book is about how people think, an advanced speaker might use more academic vocabulary. The book explores human thought and behavior. Paraphrasing helps you sound more natural, more flexible, and more confident.
I will try to rephrase more.
Before we close this part, let's end with a key idea. Advanced English is not about sounding perfect. It's about expressing yourself authentically, thoughtfully, and confidently. As you listen, absorb the rhythm, the expressions, and the natural flow. This repeated exposure is what brings you closer to C1 and C2 fluency.
I need to listen more.
As we continue this advanced English journey, let's dive into a topic that matters deeply to people around the world: making meaningful progress in life and staying motivated. At C1 and C2 levels, speaking about motivation, challenges, and personal development is very common, whether in job interviews, university discussions, or everyday conversations.
Sometimes I lose motivation.
Let's begin with something simple but powerful. Everyone wants to improve, but not everyone knows how to keep going when progress feels slow. This is true for language learning, career growth, fitness goals, almost everything in life.
I feel like I am not improving.
English fluency develops in the same way. Some days you feel confident, other days you struggle to express simple thoughts, and that's completely normal. Here's an advanced expression that captures this idea. Progress is not always visible, but that doesn't mean it's not happening.
That makes me feel better.
Or, to describe the hidden work involved in success, growth often happens beneath the surface long before we notice it. These kinds of phrases show depth, emotional awareness, and sophisticated language control, hallmarks of advanced English.
Beneath the surface. Nice.
Let's take a moment to reflect. Think about something you've been trying to improve recently. It could be your English, your health, your relationships, or your career. Ask yourself, what motivates you to keep going? What discourages you? How do you handle setbacks?
Setbacks discourage me.
These are deep questions that require emotional expression, and practicing them in English strengthens your fluency. Now, let's explore a topic that advanced learners love: self-discipline and consistency.
I'm not disciplined.
Many people assume that successful language learners have natural talent, but in reality, fluency comes from consistent habits, not perfection. Here are some natural, advanced expressions related to consistency.
Like what?
You might say, I have been trying to stay consistent even on days when I don't feel motivated, which highlights the struggle between feelings and actions.
That's me. I feel lazy, but I try anyway.
Or, I'm working on developing better habits one step at a time. If you prioritize routine over inspiration, you could say, I have realized that discipline is more reliable than motivation.
Discipline is more reliable than motivation. True.
And to link habits to future success, you might say, I'm learning to build routines that support my long-term goals. These expressions are especially useful when talking about personal growth or lifestyle changes.
I need to build routines.
Now let's move into something even more practical: handling stress and mental load. In modern life, stress is one of the most common challenges people face, whether it is pressure from work, school, family, or social expectations. Stress affects how we speak, how we think, and how we behave.
I am stressed right now.
Here are some advanced natural expressions describing stress. Instead of just saying you are stressed, you can say, I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed lately, which implies the volume of tasks is too high. To show you are taking action, say, I'm trying to manage my stress more effectively.
Overwhelmed. Yes.
If stress comes from expectations, say, I've been under a lot of pressure these days. If you need a break, use the idiom, I need to slow down and take a breather.
Take a breather.
And to describe maintaining stability, say, I'm doing my best to stay grounded. These sentences help you express subtle emotions without sounding dramatic or unnatural.
I will try to stay grounded.
Let's pause for a moment and reflect. What has been the biggest source of stress in your life recently? How do you usually cope with pressure? Do you tend to face problems directly, or do you avoid them?
I tend to avoid problems.
Thinking in English while answering these questions strengthens your reasoning and emotional expression, essential skills at advanced levels. Now let's talk about a topic that is incredibly useful for C1 and C2 learners: expressing contrasts and comparing ideas.
I am bad at this.
In advanced conversations, you often need to show balance, contrast, or nuance. Here are some natural structures native speakers use. To concede a point before making your own, say, although I agree with that point, I think. To show two sides of a coin, use, while that may be true, it is also important to consider.
While that may be true.
To introduce an opposite view, use, on the contrary. To draw a parallel, say, in comparison. And to stick to your belief despite evidence, say, despite that, I believe.
A lot of phrases to remember.
Learning to use these helps you speak with depth and sophistication. Let's try applying this with a relatable topic: work-life balance. Many people around the world struggle to balance their responsibilities with their personal lives.
I have no balance.
An advanced response might sound like this: although I understand the importance of working hard, I also believe that rest is essential. Without a healthy balance, productivity and well-being both suffer.
That is a beautiful sentence.
This type of sentence shows clarity, nuance, and maturity. Now let's explore mindset, a topic that influences every aspect of communication.
My mindset is bad sometimes.
A strong mindset helps you learn faster, stay motivated, and handle challenges effectively. Here are some natural advanced expressions about mindset. If you're trying to be more optimistic, say, I'm learning to shift my mindset and focus on solutions rather than problems.
Shift my mindset. Good.
If you're reframing failures, say, I've been trying to view setbacks as opportunities for growth. To describe mental toughness, you could say, I'm working on developing a more positive, resilient attitude.
Resilient attitude.
And regarding the power of belief, I've realized that mindset has a huge impact on how I experience challenges. These expressions show emotional intelligence and thoughtful communication.
I will change my mindset.
Now let's move into a topic that truly stretches your advanced English, discussing global issues in a balanced, thoughtful way. C1 and C2 speakers often need to talk about topics like economy, climate change, culture, education, or social trends without sounding extreme or simplistic.
I don't know the words for these topics.
For example, regarding international trade, you might say, it's clear that globalization has brought both benefits and challenges. To show you're looking at the big picture, you could say, from a broader perspective, this issue is more complex than it appears.
From a broader perspective.
To show balanced reasoning, you could argue that technology has improved our lives, but it has also created new concerns. And to suggest a path forward, there is no simple solution, but open dialogue is a good starting point.
That sounds like a diplomat.
These types of statements help you sound mature, analytical, and fluent. Let's reflect on a few deeper questions. Answer them in your mind. How has technology changed life in your country? Do you think people today are happy? Or do you feel concerned?
Technology changed everything.
These reflections help you practice expressing thoughtful, balanced opinions. Before we wrap up this section, let's focus on one more advanced skill, expressing future hopes and ambitions.
I want a better job.
At C1 and C2 levels, you want to express dreams and intentions in a natural way. Instead of just saying, I want a new job, you might say, in the future, I hope to broaden my opportunities.
Broader opportunities.
To express a desire for difficulty, say, I would like to challenge myself more professionally. If you are setting a milestone, say, one of my long-term goals is to improve my communication skills.
Long-term goals.
And regarding personal courage, I am planning to push myself out of my comfort zone. These expressions help you talk about your future with confidence and clarity. As we continue this advanced English practice, let's dive into an area that becomes increasingly important as learners approach C1 and C2 levels: identity and self-expression.
I am shy in English.
Advanced English is not just about being correct, it is about being yourself in another language. It is about expressing your humor, your personality, your opinions, and your worldview naturally. Let's start with a question that many advanced learners struggle with. Do you feel like you sound like your real self when you speak English?
No, I sound like a child.
For many people, the answer is not yet. Some feel less confident, others feel too formal, and some feel like their English personality is completely different from their personality in their native language. This is normal, and it changes with practice.
It changes with practice?
Here are some natural expressions that help you express identity more authentically. You can introduce your personality traits by saying, I'm kind of person who needs quiet time to recharge.
I'm kind of person who...
You can talk about your core beliefs by saying, I have always been someone who values honesty over politeness. To correct a wrong impression, you might say, one thing people often misunderstand about me is that I'm actually quite shy.
I am shy in English too.
And to state your priorities, try, what really matters to me is integrity. These phrases help you sound more natural and introspective, an essential skill in advanced speaking.
I need to show my priorities.
Let's explore a topic that connects deeply with identity: culture. Culture shapes the way we see the world, how we communicate, and how we interpret messages from others. When you speak English at an advanced level, you are not only using language, you are understanding cultural nuances.
Culture is important.
Consider these questions. How does your culture influence the way you communicate? Do you come from a direct or indirect communication style? Do people in your culture express emotions openly or more privately? Reflecting on cultural differences helps you understand why certain English expressions feel comfortable or uncomfortable for you.
My culture is indirect.
For example, imagine someone asks you a personal question. Depending on your culture, you might respond, "I would rather not talk about that," or, "Oh, sure, let me explain."
Both are natural.
Both are completely natural, but the choice depends on your comfort level and cultural background. Let's move into another advanced topic: describing complex experiences.
I can't tell long stories.
At higher levels, you need to describe not just what happened, but how it felt, why it mattered, and what you learned from it. Here are some advanced storytelling tools to describe a memorable event. Say, "It was one of those moments that really stayed with me."
Stayed with me.
To talk about a delayed realization, say, "I did not realize it at the time, but looking back, it taught me a valuable lesson." To identify a major change, say, "It felt like a turning point in my life."
Turning point.
And to explain influence, "That experience shaped the way I see things today." These expressions make your English richer and more nuanced. Now let's explore a topic that people around the world can relate to: dealing with changes.
I hate change.
Life changes constantly. New jobs, new environments, new people, new challenges, and these changes give you meaningful opportunities to use advanced English phrases. Here are some natural expressions related to change. When you're still in the process of getting comfortable, say, "I'm still adjusting to the new situation."
Adjusting.
If it was difficult at first, say, "It took me a while to get used to it." To show effort, say, "I've been trying to adapt as best as I can."
I am trying to adapt.
And to describe a methodical approach to a big change, say, "It was a big transition, but I handled it step by step." These are extremely common in native-level conversations.
Step by step.
Take a moment to reflect in English. What is a recent change in your life? Was it difficult or exciting? How did you adapt to it? Thinking through these questions in English strengthens your advanced speaking skills. Now let's explore something that many advanced learners want: speaking more smoothly without hesitating.
I hesitate too much.
One of the secrets to doing this is using conversation fillers and natural pauses. These are not mistakes, they are what native speakers do to sound natural. Here are some examples. When you need to involve the listener, say, "You know?"
You know? I say that a lot.
When you need a moment to formulate an idea, say, "Let me think for a second." When you want to be candid, start with, "To be honest." When explaining a complication, say, "Well, the thing is."
Well, the thing is.
And if you want to be blunt but polite, try, "If I'm being completely straightforward." Using these phrases gives your brain a moment to think while keeping your speech flowing naturally. Now let's dive into a topic that is essential for expressing maturity and emotional intelligence: handling conflict or disagreement respectfully.
I hate conflict.
Here are advanced polite ways to disagree or express limits. "I see your point, but I have a different perspective." "I understand where you're coming from, although I don't fully agree."
I don't fully agree.
I appreciate your opinion, but I see things a bit differently. I am not comfortable with that, to be honest. I do not think that approach works for me.
I need to say that at work sometimes.
These expressions, while still sounding calm and respectful. Next, let's talk about goal setting and ambition, something that advanced learners often express in job interviews, academic settings, and personal conversations.
I want to be successful.
Here are some natural advanced expressions. I am working toward improving my long-term career prospects. One of my main goals this year is to expand my skill set.
Expand my skill set.
I am aiming to challenge myself more intellectually. I want to reach a point where I can express myself effortlessly in English. These kinds of sentences show confidence and clear direction.
I will aim high.
Now let's explore something deeper and more reflective, how your past shapes your present. Advanced conversation often involves reflecting on childhood, past decisions, old habits, or key life events.
My past made me who I am.
Here are some natural advanced expressions. Growing up, I did not fully appreciate the value of education. One thing my childhood taught me was the importance of community. In hindsight, I realized that I made the right choice. That experience had a significant influence on who I am today.
Had a significant influence.
Reflecting in English helps you develop emotional fluency. Let's pause and reflect. Is there an event from your past that changed you? What did you learn from it? How does it affect the way you think today?
I learned to be strong.
These are the types of reflections that build true C1 and C2 fluency. To close this section, remember this. Advanced English is not about big words. It is about depth, clarity, and confidence. It is about expressing who you